Hey, welcome to the Bob and Sam Show tonight. We are in downtown Sturgis, South Dakota, and we want to welcome all of you to coming on tonight. If you're going to be checking us out and see what's going on, we're going to tell you a little bit about what's going on. The crowds are starting to roll in. We got a video that I just did, but it won't come out till Tuesday. Went out to Glencoe, and a lot of people are already out there.
Yes, that's where we are right now, Loud America.
Pappy Hoyle, there's trailers are pulling in there at the
Buffalo
Chip. They're pulling in there tonight, so steady flow.
Bikes all over, so that's a good sign.
Yep. So a lot of people like to come early. We had a breakfast this morning. We met with a whole bunch of our subscribers
Thank you, Pancho.
At Uncle Louie's, and had breakfast, and it was really good. And we got to meet quite a few of you, and that's always great.
I got my strawberry rhubarb pie, thanks to Bob and Dee. Dee made the pie this year, so thank you very much. Rohan's on. No, no, I don't know why. So Rohan's on. He said, good day from Australia.
Yeah, and he'll be here next year. He said he's going to come on out. And we haven't caught up with the Australians, the Aussies that are here. They said they were out at Pappy Hoyle yesterday.
Oh, were
they? Had one of the bikes had something wrong with it. They had to send it in to the dealer and get it fixed for them. And so they were just stopping and saying hi. So we got to find them. They said they're out here in a red barn, but we can't
and
seem
then,
to
I thought
find
they said
it.
9th Street, so yeah. I don't know.
We looked around, can't find it.
Riders on.
So if anybody knows where they're at, tell them we're down here live tonight, and they can come on down. That's and right. We'll put them on camera.
We missed them in Milwaukee.
Which is crazy in Milwaukee because that's a big area, a lot of stuff going on, so it's really hard to see.
Jeff Fox is on. How's the weather going? It's so far so good.
They're talking now. You know it's going to rain, and you got to accept that. There was some. I think it rained over in Rapids this afternoon. Somebody put on Facebook, but overall the temperatures are actually going to drop. We're going to be. There's a couple of days they're saying we could be just in the 70s. And but what difference is right now our dew point here is kind of high, so it feels warm. Like this morning we went out, it was like 69 degrees, and we didn't even put any jackets on the ride into town. Yeah. It was warm enough to be fine.
Facebook user, if you haven't shown up on my Facebook yet, I think this is Facebook. Nope, it's not. So this one I think.
She looks up that. So we're out on the motorcycle. We kind of rode the motorcycle a little bit today. Rode around. Where did we all go today? Oh, we went out to Glencoe. We went out to the Full Throttle with the Pappy Hoyle. Of course, we were at the Chip. Where else did we go? What's someplace else I stopped?
We ate down here.
Yeah, we ate down here. I don't know. Seems like we did something else. But Dan Kite's already here. Looking to have some pinstriping done. He's already here. All about customs, does handlebars and stuff. He won't open probably till Monday or Tuesday. You know, trouble with your Facebook page?
It won't give me any comments, and it shows there's a couple on, so I don't know. Glenn's on. How you doing, Glenn?
This isn't the live. This is me telling everybody we were going to be here.
Well then, that's not it.
Well, you can.
So Glenn's on. The weather we were talking about that's pretty good so far, so good. Raymond Betts is on there. How are you doing? Candy's on. Can't wait till the 4th. Yep, it'll be party time then. Slim Jim's on. Glenn again says, hey, y'all. Rowan says, hoping for the 85th. Okay, so not next year, the year after.
Which it will be. I think the 85th will be probably one of the biggest years. Probably not as big as the 75th, but it's going to be really big. We see, you know, it'll determine after that where rallies go. You know, what my thinking is 10 to 15 more years of this, and we probably won't have rallies anymore. You know, younger people aren't buying a lot of the street bikes anymore. You know, they want more like the adventure bikes, and, you know, they don't want to tour. They don't want to go on long trips. I'm not going to argue with anybody. There's always exceptions to the rule.
Yes,
that there's always some young people that have got a baggers and stuff like that. But when you look at these rallies, you know, most people are over 50 years old. That's pretty much, you know, the average. And you figure in 10 or 15 years, just like us, I don't know if we'll still be riding in 10 or 15 years from now or not. Some people are, you know, we met some people in their 80s that are out here, and they're riding every day. So, you know, anything's possible, but just overall looking, we're really not, the background's really light, so we look kind of dark. And they're playing music, so we didn't want to get gigged for having music. So,
can you update a video on the interstate construction for later this week? It looks like they're coming along pretty good. Someone told me that by midweek, they're supposed to have it all open. The asphalt on both sides is almost all done. The concrete's laid. They're just doing the asphalt on the sides. So I would venture to say by the 4th, it will, all 4 lanes will be open, 2 lanes each direction.
Now, the only thing which I actually showed the video on Tuesday, you can see this, but if you're at kickstands or if you're coming down Fort Meade Road, now it's all open. Somebody made sure that I hadn't really said a whole lot about Fort Meade, but it is open. It's not in bad shape. We've been riding it back and forth, so we're not having any issues. But when you get to the bridge, it's actually the main bridge that you normally would drive on is half gone, which you've seen in the video. You got to kind of go over to get on the bridge. That's all rocks. When you get to the other side of the bridge, that's all rocks. When you make your left-hand turn to go eastbound on the 90, that is all gravel. So if you're not used to riding on gravel, it's a long stretch. I even cut the video because when I was doing it, it was like, geez, I even speeded it up and it's like, it's still taking forever. So I cut it down. So it's pretty long. Like this, it could be as much as a football field long to get to the highway. So that's the only thing I see. But going the other way, now, if you're going to go westbound on the 90 from kickstands or from Fort Meade there, that ramp is perfect. Perfect in, perfect out. But on the other side of the road, they're not doing much to fix that. And we talked to people and they said they're not going to do anything with it. I guess maybe they're not sure where the exit ramp's going to be with the new highway when it opens. So
I guess they don't want to pour any pavement, whether it be asphalt or concrete, because I guess they're not sure how it's going to go on.
So I don't know. So other than that, that's the only thing I see that's kind of scary. I don't see any problem with the 90 being open around the Sturgis area. Now, if you're coming from eastbound, you're coming from Illinois, New York, anything like that, there is still construction right after you pass Sioux Falls, about 20 or 30 miles. We just talked to somebody that last week, at the end of the week, they went by there and it's still a mess. So
Mitch and Diana are out in Mitchell right now. They said there's light rain. So I guess that's still before Sioux Falls.
Yeah. So when they go through that and get on the highway, they'll let us know when they get here tomorrow.
Well, we can ask George tomorrow because he came from Sioux Falls.
Yeah. So we'll get you an update and we'll be watching the highway too, and we'll give you all that updates of what's going on. But typically, the rule is here in South Dakota is all major construction has to stop. Now, the bad news is if you're staying a day or two after, construction is going to immediately start on that Monday. Yeah. So they're going to go back to blowing up the bridge the rest of the way, get it off, finish putting getting all that stuff done. So by the time we get out here next year, it'll all be done.
Hopefully, it'll all be done.
But a lot of people got to remember that, they got a lot of snow this year, a lot of snow here. So when it gets to be snowy and stuff, they can't work on the highway, can't pour concrete and stuff like that. So this year was a little bit harder for them to get their construction work done in a timely manner.
Leland Tom's on. He says we're looking good. The King. Okay, hi. There's Crap on a Cracker. How you doing, Bill?
So we have a couple of them. One of our YouTubers just pulled in a while ago. They just emailed us and said they are pulling in next to us. George is supposed to be in sometime this evening, so he can get in.
Jerry's there.
And that's why I said the first one. He pulled in right next to us.
No, you said another YouTuber.
Well, no, another subscriber.
You said, I'm like, who's that?
And
Jerry. Hi, Jerry.
So what else is going on here is not a whole lot. There's just a few vendors that are starting to open up. All the t-shirt places are open. There's still more of them pulling in. We've got an interview set up maybe tomorrow with Dixon Flannel, talking to the owner.
There you go, David. We'll try to pick up them shirts tomorrow.
So we'll, because they're not going to open till, I think Monday they're doing a soft close or Tuesday, whatever I put on the video the other day. And they open the next day as a full open up. We thought somebody was squealing their tires. It was the side-by-side out here. Got Jesse Dupree on the channel today. He'll be on the video Tuesday. Got some girls starting to come up. We got a few bartender girls that we got to catch up with today at the Full Throttle. And one of the girls that works the bar, or not really bar, the store, the Chip. What?
Jean said she's not going to see us this year. They're not coming out. I think they even sold their motorcycle actually, but you can still come out and have a good time. You don't have to have motorcycle.
That depends on where you're at. If you come out and just party with us at the Buffalo Chip, you can just stay right there the whole time.
There you go. My two fishes said they'll be here Friday. They're leaving from Philly tomorrow.
Okay. Hopefully you all have good weather coming this way.
Get the pick of the shirts.
So we'll see how it all goes. Pretty confident. I think this year will definitely be a smaller rally than in the past.
This will be fun though.
But what we look at is all the rallies this year have been down on attendance wise. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything. If you go back, see what's happened is in 2020 and up, it has just been crazy at all rallies because everybody was tired of being locked up and told you can't do this, can't do that. Well, this year we have a lot of you guys that are subscribers that are traveling overseas because you haven't been able to go over there the last few years. And so a lot of them that we were talking, Ryder X, he's going to someplace over there. And so we probably have 50 to 100 subscribers that we know already that are not doing a Sturgis trip, but they're going to go overseas sometime this summer. So that seems to be the big thing this year is I think we're going to be down just because of that issue. But you got to remember, you know, the way it used to be in Sturgis, the off years were always the slow years. You know, this is going to be the 83rd. So we got 2 more years. We got the 84. We got all the 83 and the 84th yet before we hit that 85th. Now the 85th, I think it's going to be crazy. If you want to come out on the 85th, you need to be ready in January of 85 to get your pass as soon as possible because the prices are going to jump drastically because they're going to know it's a big anniversary. The city's planning more. Out at the Buffalo chip, he's looking to have the big bang. He's going to make it. It's going to be crazy. We may see some really big headliners that you've never even thought would come to a rally. So we'll see what all happens. You know, it's down the road yet. Got another year to get through after this one. But the chip's doing a lot of stuff. They bought more property. They're actually talking about maybe having a quiet section. They bought some property on the back side of the fence, and they're thinking about putting some full hookups. And you're pretty much farther away from the bands and things like that, and more of an area where you're not going to have people running up and down your street and all that all night long and things like that. But we're going to give you a good report this year on the Buffalo chip. So many people say, "Oh, I can't sleep. I can't." We stayed there in 2021 and we had no issues. Now the issue is, I think, it's the people that are around you. We just had a guy pull in behind us in our group here that looks like they're going to have some kind of entertainment during the night, light show and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't know how late they're going to stay up. But you always remember that kind of thing is it's always good to get up at about 7 o'clock and we fire all our motorcycles up and let them be there. And other subscribers who's hopping in. We met a lot of you guys this year. For being an off year, we've probably already, I don't know how many. 50.
Said he saw a short documentary on how Sturgis started. So it was very interesting.
Yep, I've seen that too.
Was that on Netflix? When did you see it?
Somebody said, Neil, I think, sent it to me. Did you send that to me, that documentary about Sturgis that news company did? And it talks about, and it was really good. It had Woody in there. It had a lot of people talking about it and did a really nice job on it. It's actually, I think it was on YouTube, but it might have been on, it was this, I don't know if it's this
what they're
one.
Talking about.
If it was this 1 cent production company. I don't remember who the production company was that put it on. But yeah, it was really good. It's very informational. Too bad it never made it to TV because it looked like something that would be very interesting to let people know. And, they talked to the sheriff. They talked to a lot of different people. And it was pretty neat.
We got to meet the Sky Chat.
Yep, I didn't put him on yet. He was actually, we met him at the flag ceremony.
Yeah.
And,
that was really cool. I guess I did a little short on that. I guess it wasn't a whole lot, but it's awesome. Like I said, if you guys are ever out here early or just to go by and just see all the flags, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Puts a lump in your throat. Can't sleep, use earplugs. I know that first year we came out, we bought our gun muffs because we thought, well, we have to get sleep. If I don't get any sleep, I can't function. So we were really afraid about that.
And we've never used them.
Nice.
We turned on
a rug today, Fender Fitness.
Yeah, they put a snazzy rug. I'm like, oh crap, they already moved in. And I'm like, oh no, I think he brought a rug last night, put out in front of their trailer. And so you must have got the special package, the VIP package.
Lots of new YouTubers out there, but we're the best. Thank you very much.
Which we do. I'm seeing people popping up. We haven't met any of the new ones that are bouncing around here. Most of them are smaller channels. A lot of them are under 1,000. And we'll see a lot of them come out like this, and they're looking to make it big. We're very unique.
We got our bump.
Yeah, but we're very unique, and what's different about us is we give out a lot of information. And you see a lot of other YouTubers out here, they want to stand on Main Street, or they want to show you them riding a bike. I really don't, which drives me crazy, which someday we'll do a couple of videos just to satisfy some of you. But putting a microphone in my helmet and me talk to you while I'm riding, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. it's Shade Tree Mechanic. He does that a lot. Oh, I'm going down to the store to get a gallon of milk. And, he's talking about it. And I'm like, maybe you want to know about his personal life. I don't know him that well. I don't really care about his personal life. I'm just kind of want to watch the video that he's
Kind of when
putting out.
Facebook started, we had a friend, and every morning I'm sitting down eating my frosted flakes, and then I'm gonna go and take my daughter to school, and then I'm gonna head into, and it's like,
Who cares? I don't care about your life. So we've got one. Tomorrow's video is on Needles Highway, and we actually filmed it last year. But what we did different now is we stopped and talk about it a little bit. Show you a little bit more, try to explain a little bit more about what to do, how you ride it, what to expect, what to see. And we got another one that's going to be coming out on Iron Mountain a little bit later this week. Same basic thing. We kind of sit down and as we travel and we're stopping and telling you a few things about the ride and what to expect. Because like yesterday we met, actually today, I guess we met a couple that brought her sister, and no, it wasn't her. It was somebody we talked to last night. Didn't want no more Jack. Oh, it was the those were Canadians that we talked to. They had over Dan Kites.
oh, okay.
And we were talking about a ride going up Von Knocker Road, and she goes, "It doesn't have any of those stupid jackknives anymore, does it?" I'm
Or
like,
big trail, or the
big tails.
switchbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
She said, "I never again." She's never gonna do that ride again. But anyway, Mitch wants to know if we're doing the Legends ride. He's gonna be out there to film it and all the activities. He's not gonna be actually on the ride. He's gonna head back.
Well, it's got her butt hanging out on her shorts there. You gotta look at the one on the far side. Holy smokes, her cheeks are hanging.
So anyway, he'll be out there, and then he'll be back to the chip.
Now it just depends.
Film.
If they put me up front with Rod, then I'll ride with them in the ride because I need to be there when they all arrive. If they don't, then I'm just gonna go around it. So I'm gonna be there for the Legends, the Rusty Wallace, the Bells ride. I guess that's it. Don't we have just 3 rides now? Yeah.
They're not doing the Western Frontier ride. Wasn't enough interest. Julian Tom says, I hope you're getting a bigger bike, but if not, then when I'll just be coming on my 2015 street bike XG 500, I'll do that. I'll have to. He'll do what he has to.
That's right. I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's guys running around with dirt bikes, running around here and stuff.
Doesn't
Nobody
matter.
really says, they look at you a little bit if you got a slingshot or a Can-Am or something like that. People kind of roll their eyes about that. But I mean, it's, people are on trikes too. A lot of trikes, in our generation, a lot more people are riding. Neil, would you ever ride a trike? Get so old, you ride a trike? I mean, would you eventually sell your bike and ride a trike? You would do that just to ride. Okay. Because Neil's here. Hey, we'll turn around. There's Neil.
Hi, everybody.
That's Neil from Alaska that you see all the time. He's actually on here now, writing away. He likes to talk to everybody too. And
JP says none of them give out the information like we do.
Yeah, we
I
try
agree
real
with
hard.
JP. No one gives out great information like Bob and Tam. We're the best.
Yeah, they chase that girl.
Is that her?
I told her. And she got her cheeks hanging out. She's shooting, ain't shooting the bead, but she's shooting. Got a lot hanging there on the black shorts to the left. One on the left with the black purse. Get any more, they'll all be hanging out.
Almost like she got a swimsuit.
I tell you, she ain't got no thong on, though.
Neil says, hit the thumbs up button.
Yep.
It's under me tonight. Button. So a lot of bikes are coming in. Got 134 on. Been on for 18 minutes.
There you go. So we do appreciate everybody coming on and checking out our channel and stuff like that. We've got a lot of videos still to come out. This week I don't know what we'll do any more lives or not, but starting next Saturday, we will have a live every night at 5 p.m. Same time it is now. Whatever time it is where you came from or where you're at, there. Came from the moon, I don't know. Came from outer space. Came from alien country. I have no idea what time that is there. So whatever time it is now where you're at, that's what time our videos are going to be coming out of our lives all next week, starting Saturday of next week. And then in the morning, if you're here, you want to keep tabs because every morning we're going to tell you all the things you can do at the Buffalo Chip. There's a lot of stuff you can do for free, or you might even have a pass for the concert that night. You can come in all day long.
Anytime.
So it's good for, I think it's 24-hour pass. So you can be there. I'd say if you want to stay all night with a tent, you can throw a tent up, sleeping bag, sleep on the ground, whatever you want to do.
Find a picnic table.
But they've got mechanical bull riding there. It's free. They got all kinds of stuff. They've got Woody's Bar that has dollar draft beer. That's before the concert. They got dollar hot dogs. So when people say, oh, there's no place to get a good deal, yes, there is. You got to follow us. Check us out. and see what's going on. Actually, I couldn't believe the Vets Club. It's cheaper for a mixed drink than it is for a freaking beer.
I know. It was weird because that's she says, well, look, let me look up. So I guess the domestic beer was like $3.50, and whatever the other beer is, premium beer was like $4.50, and the mixed drink, well drinks were like
$3.50 to $4.
$3.50 to $4, and then a well drink was like $4.70. It was still under $5, $4.75 or something like
And I'm
that.
like, wow, I can't believe. Now, Louise is not serving drinks
When you
at
get
this
here,
establishment. But if you go to Spearfish or any of the other ones, watch the video, you tell them you've seen Bob and Tam, and you can get $2 beers at Uncle Louie's. But it doesn't have it here in Sturgis. They didn't do very good with the Spearfish and also the Sundance one. If you go in there and tell them you've seen Bob and Tam and you've seen the manager, what's his name?
Drew.
Drew told us that we could get $2 draft beers.
Oh, I didn't get his phone number.
I was wondering if you did this morning.
No, I was.
I don't know if we'll do another breakfast before the rally starts.
I don't know.
But
So
wait,
Emery's on?
when's he leaving?
I think he's coming in Thursday. Is that when you're coming in, Thursday? Ron?
Oh, that's right. They're flying in and they're renting bikes.
She'll see us here on Saturday at the Chip. So we'll see you there for the meet and greet, I guess.
So, Rana, do you have a way? What's your transportation to get?
From the airport to Sturgis.
Yeah. You know, we might be able to do something for you, pick you up in the truck or something. Or if not, we know that van service that's very reasonable.
They might have some. What's that big Foster's? Is it Foster's? Some places have Foster's beer. Isn't that an Aussie beer? It's like that big. It looks like an oil can to me.
I don't know. You have to ask around. They might have something here. I don't know.
That's what Brian said. It's open and get some Aussie beer. Not you can go down. They have Sturgis liquor store. You could probably pick some up and go in there and get it yourself.
So it's probably there. But I mean, we also got the brewing companies here. You might find something that
You
might like. Similar. You can ask them, you know, what you drink, an
The
Aussie
9th
beer.
and 10th. So I think that's Thursday and Friday.
You only stay in 2 days?
Yeah.
2 days? Flying all that way for 2 days?
Well, Daytona Dave and his friend, I think it's his cousin, I'm not sure, came all the way from Daytona to come up here. Took them 3 days to get here. They're staying
4 days.
4 days and then 3 days to get home.
And it's like, that's what he said next year. I'm
He says
pulling a
it's a
trailer and I'm staying a week.
Long trip for a weekend.
Yeah. So, which it is. It's, I always tell people, if you're not really coming for a week.
No, he's flying into Denver and he's meeting his cousin.
Okay.
So your cousin's bringing you up?
But
Vanessa's on from 160 Microchip
there you go.
and the Sturgis house.
And so there's a lot of places still available. I think at the Sturgis house, she had somebody cancel. Somebody's looking for a last minute place. Hey, there he is. Sit on down. He's our neighbor.
Yep.
And we have to show him on camera so his wife knows he's here. He's not out someplace gallivanting around.
So Graham's on. He says, hi, Bob and Tam, tents at Sturgis. Missed you guys in Sturgis from Wednesday. See you soon. Drop tents off in Sturgis. Okay. So Graham Pryor. So did you drop off tents and then you're coming back to stay here? Where?
What are we looking at?
The guy from Germany. Oh,
I didn't see it.
must have shipped his bike over. The guy, he's standing up.
I don't see anything standing. I like to see his draft. Oh, the guy right
Oh,
over
you
there.
probably can't see him because of that.
Yeah,
There.
I see. He's walking. He's still
Yeah,
looking
he's
this
got
way.
sunglasses on.
So he's got a camera. Yeah. Somebody from Germany, they think. He's got plates on his bike or something that had Germany plates on it. So lots of people from all over the world will come here. So it's kind of exciting. Starting to build up. I mean, there's a lot of people that are coming and they'll be gone before the weekend starts, you know, before the big rally. They want to come out for the pre-rally. Some of our subscribers went yesterday out on Needles Highway and Iron Mountain. They said it was a nightmare. All the cars and stuff. And I always tell people that. Avoid the weekend as much as possible from riding your bike out on Needles Highway, Iron Mountain, even Spearfish. You can do Von Knocker Road. You get out on 385, 16A. You can do a lot of the other roads. Go out to, you know, but I mean, the Badlands. Someone out today on Badlands. We'll have to check with them and see how that did. We're thinking about doing a ride if it all works out. Tuesday morning, probably around 8 or 8:30, we'll head out and we're going to do Needles, Iron Mountain, and maybe some other rides, depending on how the day goes. So we're inviting anybody that wants to go along. Nothing special, no cost, nothing else. We're just going to kind of tell you where we're at, where we're going, and you can follow along, or we can break up into groups or whatever. Probably stop at some place and have lunch and just have a good time. A lot of people always want to know, are we going to do a ride? We're going to do a ride. Well, bad news is I haven't got to ride very much. We did Deadwood, Van Road. We did 385 out to Nemo, and that's it. Other than riding around here, going to the dealership and all that. But I mean, that's not ride. I haven't. If I leave and when I haven't done Iron Mountain, I'm going to be really mad. So that's what we're going to do Tuesday. We're going to do it tomorrow, but that's kind of a pre-rally day at the chip. So we're going to kind of cover that and see what happens tomorrow. Then we got the videos that we're going to start talking about, the daily things at the chip that'll come out every morning. We're hopefully going to get those filmed before the rally starts. So we'll have those all done and be ready to post them up that day. What we want to do is go around and show you, hey, here's what's going on at Bikini Beach. Here's what's going on up to Free Place. Here's where the bike shows are going to be. Here's where this is going to be, all that. So you kind of have an idea, because there's a lot of stuff at the Buffalo chip that's free. You do not need a wristband to do. But there is stuff inside the campground you have to have a wristband to do. So we're going to show you. And then maybe next year you might think, maybe I ought to get a wristband, even if we're not camping out there. Hey, to get dollar drafts.
And do it early. And that way you get a killer deal. And you never know what bands are going to have. It might be like, oh my gosh. That way you can probably get the whole week if you get it early. Versus if you just want to see that one band for that one day. So
there's some HAs coming through. I seen New York patch, and I didn't see what the other one was.
So Glenn says, have we ever been to the Firehouse in Rapid? And they got great bread pudding. We did eat there. I think we had fish and chips.
Yeah, well, we went the one time and it wasn't the best in the world. I just think it was a bad night. It was before the rally ever started. We went in there one evening and had dinner, and somebody said we should have talked to somebody, but I mean, we didn't. We asked around if there was anybody that wanted to talk to us about it. But I mean, it was more late afternoon. I think we had a lunch there or dinner, and it was okay.
I was bummed out about because they have homemade root beer, and I said, oh my gosh, I got to have a homemade root beer. All right, we're all out. So I didn't get it. Anessa says, yes, at the Sturgis house, there's a queen size bed available, nice clean rooms with hot breakfast included.
Every morning they're cooking it up out there.
That?
And all kinds of stuff. So it's
fun to watch it grow, peak out Tuesday, and then die down. It might. I don't know. That's kind of what it did last year. He's coming back to staying 2 doors. Okay, so I guess he's going to stay I'm assuming 2 days, and he said doors. Indra's on. Morning from Bob and Tam. See you live on YouTube again. Perry Art says, my brother's there. All right. You'll have to figure out where he's at. JP said, whoops. I heard the Sturgis Hotel is getting $1,000 a night per room.
I don't know. Last year it was $7. Depends on what room you get. One of our subscribers that are on here now, they paid, I think it was about $700 a night last year. But they had a corner room. So it just kind of depends. If you get that front room right on Main Street, I imagine it is more money. But where else? There is no other place on Main Street stay. And then also, maybe if you're doing a week or more, you might get a better deal. I don't know. We've never called. We do know the owner. We have chatted with him and stuff. We got to see the rooms. We videotaped them I think it was last October we went in there. And we videotaped the rooms and stuff. They're really cool. Yeah. It's an old building and they redid it and just cool. You can go downstairs. They got coffee. They sell to everybody, and it's kind of a neat place.
Art's on.
Yeah. Art, where are you? You're supposed to be here.
Baggers and coffee, 7 a.m. Needles Eye, perfect. No traffic. There you go. El Buffalo Rides will be at the chip in the morning. Posted up at Cheyenne tonight. There you go. Don't forget 165 for Chicks Does giveaways. Yes, we're going to be posting a little short in the mornings, and she's doing giveaways. And it's the first person that comes in that says, I saw you on Bob and Tam, and then I'll tell you what you get on that day.
And then you tell her, and the first person comes in and gets that. It's got some of them pretty neat things.
Yep. Graham Pryor says, camp coming back Wednesday, staying on Main Street, been shopping at Walmart for camping gear in the Rapid City at the moment. There you go, Graham.
I always wonder how if you're on a motorcycle, I'm assuming, how do you strap all that stuff on your bike? How do you get the tent? And if you bring a chair and you bring, sleeping bag, yeah, how are you going to get all that on your bike? Now we've got some little fold-up chairs that we can put in our bike, but if we were riding here on the rally, we're 2 up. Now, if you're only 1 and you got a full dresser, you have a little bit more room. But if you don't, I just be like us. We can't really take the chairs when we're out traveling. We have no room to put sleeping bags. We already got a bag on the back of the tour pack that's got stuff in it.
With all the equipment too. So Mon says, thanks for doing all this for us. Emery says he's looking forward to George
What are we looking at?
And Deb.
Where and where? Is it raining? I don't feel no rain. I don't see no rain. Neil says it's raining here. That's what the weatherman says. It ain't raining. I believe it when I see it. It was supposed to pour down rain the other night. It was supposed to get lightning and thunder at
George
5.
Thorogood's my favorite.
And it
I
never
like
rained.
the flipper because my favorite song to dance to is Pour Some Sugar.
And we may be getting you guys, it'll be after the show that you'll get to see this after the rally. We may be getting live interviews with some of these bands this year. So it's going to be really neat. Cam's already got her questions all done. They have a Studio 14 at the Buffalo Chip, and hopefully soon we'll be doing a video from there.
We got a super sticker.
There you go.
Thank you, JR.
Thank you, and pating to you for the big thank you.
Yep.
See, that's all.
We appreciate it. Well,
I don't believe it. Yeah, but it'll go north. It won't ever hit us. You want to bet money on it? I'm a better forecaster. That's the only job. Someday I'm going to be a weatherman because that's the only job in the world you can be 100% wrong and everybody thanks you and you still get a paycheck every week. Go to work next week and do your job and do everything wrong and tell me how that works out for you.
Hey, Kentucky Bob, we'll see you on Saturday. Sturgis House is only $300 a night. $1 for Main Street and includes a hot breakfast. How about that? TL Outside says that's on his bucket list. So got to put it on there. Start saving your pennies. You can do it.
And it depends on what you want to spend. You know, we even got areas out here, Camp 5. There's a whole bunch. We talked about it the other day on a video that you can actually go over to Rapid City. And on the way to, like you're going to Mount Rushmore or out to Hill City or wherever you're going, there's a big giant forestry office there. They've got all the maps. They probably got thousands of free places you can camp. You know, people know about Camp 5. They know, out at the Badlands, you can stay for free, but there's stuff all over. It's the Bureau of Land Management. It's their land that we pay taxes. So we get to use it because it's federal land. So if you want to do that, you're boondocking, no electric, no water, no nothing. You and the grizzly bear. That's all that's out there. And you can stay out there and it don't cost you a dime to do it. We even see some people on the way to Spearfish. They're down there in the cul-de-sac. We didn't see them this year yet, but we didn't go down Spearfish yet. You're looking for
my Facebook and stuff. Deanna says that they have backpacking gear, so it's all super collapsible, except the mattress is a joke. It's like sleeping on the ground.
Yeah.
Everything fits in one bite. So there you go. Good. Well, you know what I was thinking, those yoga mats, because we had.
Yeah, but they don't really. She might be using those too. Yoga mats aren't really that soft.
Well, you
got a rock pointing up to you.
I think it'll help with sticks and rocks. I mean, you still need to kind of rake that area. So you don't have something sticking you in the back in the middle of the night, but
sticking you somewhere else either.
Don't want to get poked when you don't want to be poked. Next time Bob is at the camera, some of us might want to see it. Oh, turn the camera. I guess when that girl walks by.
Oh. I brought the camera, but I didn't want to chase after. I didn't want to be like Adam chasing that girl down the street behind her. Hey, Neil, we got a job for you.
Give Neil the camera. He can chase him down the street. Mike Holt says, saw you guys at the 66 last night filling up. Looked like a NASCAR fill up. I checked out the new club upstairs, Bartown from the gas station. Oh, I didn't know there was a new club up there. I checked out the new club upstairs at the bar down from the gas station.
Maybe you're talking about the adult club.
The gentleman's
club. Are the girls in bikinis? Do they have pasties?
Or
is it all flopping out into nature? That's my question. So let me answer that question for me. How are they dressed? All the other places like over here.
All natural are bikini.
Are pasties. Across the street, they got them over here too. The girls are in bikinis and pasties. They've got them
on the third floor, on the top floor.
Yeah, over here you can do the same thing, and you can go out to the Buffalo Chip. They kind of got them in swimsuits or pasties and stuff, dancing up in their club up there. So mostly that's the way it's supposed to be. In Sturgis, nudity is not allowed. Can't show the brown part of the boobie.
So Ken Copeland's on. He says, "Hello, guys." He's in Hudson, Florida.
There you go. You need to get a run up here into Sturgis. I think they need some beer delivered.
I think so. You better check it out. Tell them, ask them if there's anything that needs to be delivered to Sturgis. I'm sure they got something.
Got to be something out there that they need. Maybe they need some tents brought into Walmart.
Give Bob and Sam a big thumbs up. So it's right here under me. There's a thumbs up right there.
Oh, I'm gonna sit back. Oh,
I know.
Recliners.
Steve Robert Steve said, "Howdy, I'm not fair. I'm on vacation. and I have the money to go. I just had eye surgery, so I can't go.
There
That
we go.
stinks.
Some more subscribers.
Hey, how you doing?
We
Oh,
want to
no
say hi
problem.
too. Where you? All right, we appreciate it. She's gonna give you an official patch for the club. All right. You too. Thank you. Got some locals right over here from Bellefuge. Came in to say hi and talk to us, and it's really great. That's one of the things.
Thanks, Robert.
People always say, "Why do you do what you do?" That's why we do what we do. For the people to come up to us, just like him, he's been watching us for years, and you know that's what keeps me doing this is being able to get you guys great information, help you out. And we met a bunch of people earlier that was talking about Daytona. Like, man, we sat down and watched all your stuff in Daytona. By the time we got there, we already knew everything we wanted to do. And that's what we want to do for you guys. We want to make it nice, make it
So when
easier
you
for
get here,
you.
you know what to do and where to go instead of trying to figure it out. And then you spend all your time trying to figure out where you want to go and miss half the stuff you want to do.
Well, that and which is what I always say. Everybody's the same way. They do all the same stuff, eat the same stuff, go to the same place, do all the same things if you come out here. And everybody's like that. We did that too. So everybody does that when you go on vacation. We do that when we go to Florida. We eat at a lot of the same places that we eat at. We stay at the same places that we go all the time because you find a place and you're comfortable with it. So you figure, why should I go there? Now, Sturgis here, we've bounced around because we've stayed at Kathmandu. I think 3 times we've been at Kathmandu. And then we've stayed out at what's the one out of town? Campground. Shade Valley. We stayed there once. We've done the Buffalo Chip now. This is the second time at the Buffalo Chip. We've stayed in a private home out in Rapid City, rented a basement. That was a really great time. What else have we done? We stayed at a lot of different campgrounds. We've been at the Sturgis RV. We've stayed at Days Inn. We've stayed at Big Rig RV Park. We've been there. We've stayed at No Name Campground. We've been there. So just a handful of we kind of bounced around and see different places and try out different things, venues and things like that. And
Mike says, yeah, tops come off and they have their little covers on. Dance is $30.
$30.
Luna was worth the money. There you go. Ask for Luna.
Did she have all of her teeth?
Raise.
Isn't that a question you want to know? Where we're from in Arizona, the girls have a tendency of using a little meth, and they're missing a few.
Life.
They're missing
continue.
a few. So when they smile, I'm just asking.
Megan's here. Oh, somebody's phone ring. It felt like somebody's vibrating. Hey, Bob and Tam, we'll be heading that way on Thursday evening. We'll be there Friday afternoon. Hope to see you all. So what you need to do is if you guys aren't going to be at the Chip, come up Saturday the 5th between 2 and 4 at the Crossroads at the Chip. That's all free. You can come in and you can see a lot of YouTubers up there.
Yep. A whole bunch of them. You just said the Crossroads. It's at the Big Engine Bar at the Crossroads.
Okay. Well,
let them know. Well, they might be wandering around the Crossroads. Are they in the wheel? Or are they in the wheel of death?
So we're at the bar?
Yeah, we're in the bar, in the Big Engine Bar.
That's where Dave's been in the Badlands. Love the park. Have you seen the sunrises and sunsets?
So how is the smoke? Is there any more smoke out there? Can you get a good distance now and see the Badlands? When we drove through, it was kind of hazy. You seen in the video where you really couldn't even see the hills when we're driving down the highway. So I'm just curious if it's kind of, we don't really see it here anymore. So
if you look, like when we went past Fairview, you could see it. It was fine, but you could tell it was a little hazy. It almost looked like when it gets really hot, how it gets hazy. It looked like that. But I know, but I gotta wait till I see her or somebody. I don't know who's our waitress now.
I don't know. She
our waitress went home.
Paid her and she left. Took her money and ran.
She did. She says, I'm leaving. I'm gonna cash you guys out.
So this is Loud American. It's a really great bar. They always let us comp in here and stay out for a couple hours, do you guys live all the time, and pretty much everybody that works here pretty much knows who we are.
Your Facebook user. It didn't come up on my thing yet.
And so yeah, pretty exciting. And
thanks, Vanessa.
It does look a little bit like rain, but I don't see any rain clouds.
Mike says yes, a full set of teeth, and she's all the way up from Arizona.
Hey, but that ain't saying much either, because we're from Arizona.
Well, unless she's from like Cave Creek.
Yeah, it could be. Did they charge you to get in though? Could you stand back and watch the cheap show for free?
I stay at the Tilford Gulch. It's a nice family, quiet run campground.
Where's that at? I've heard of that.
Tilford Gulch. I'm sure it's off Tilford Road.
You think?
That would be my guess. I don't know. Facebook user said, I don't know why my Facebook is not, the comments are not coming up. Says they'll be at the Chip on Friday. There's Jerry. I had to take
Came up on it.
a survey
What?
to watch you guys. What the heck?
Did it?
Really? That's on YouTube? He said he had to take a survey to watch us tonight. What the heck? He's on YouTube.
Well, sometimes they ask you those questions, but you can skip down to the bottom and just say not interested.
Or
I've had that
no
happen on video.
thanks.
I've had that happen to me. YouTube will ask you a question, but you don't have to answer that question.
Strippers for meth. Art says strippers for meth.
Yeah, Art knows those girls that we seen down there in Fort Mojave. We kept our distance. That was the only place they wanted. They charged you to get in.
Next year. We can't go
and
this
then-
year. Planning has already started. Unusual, rough, hit at Camp 5 and do the same thing, but this helps us plan. There you go. That's pretty cool. So Camp 5's free, so there's nothing wrong with that. And last year,
So somebody wanted to know,
last
is that what weather app did we use?
year,
I use First Alert is what I use for my weather app.
guys, I'll be at the chip on Friday.
But they're not in order. This one came up and said 1 minute ago. Got it right now here again. Oh, you're frozen. There it goes.
Now you got to wait till it catches up. What weather app do you use? Okay, that one so that was before that one. It says they'll be here on Friday at the chip.
Don't know.
Now, First Alert is what we use. What are the more laid back campgrounds that you guys have found? Kathmandu.
No, Kathmandu, the only thing I can complain about the Kathmandu is it is kind of close to the highway. So if you're totally quiet and you're in a tent, you're going to hear a little bit of that traffic out there on the highway. But other than that, that's probably one of the quietest campgrounds. You know, the only other place to get a quiet campground would be to go out of the area. You know, if you got out there to Deadwood and you're way back in the woods, or
I bet Rest and Ride and
I mean, you still might hear.
Rush No More. Yeah.
But Fish and Fry, they're kind of close to the highway too, but probably don't get as much traffic during night.
No, not at night. I wouldn't think.
So depends on what you want.
Charge to get in $5 a beer.
Who does? Oh, they charge you.
Yeah. No charge to get in, $5 a beer. That's not bad for that kind of.
Yeah,
club.
but it may get higher after the rally starts.
It might.
We'll have to see if they'll video. Next time you're in there, ask them if they'll let us bring the cameras in. We'll do a live shot of what's going on. See if they're okay with that.
Scary says the questions that they asked him to get on YouTube, they wanted to ask him if he had teeth.
Did they ask you? That's what he wanted them to ask.
Hope to meet you guys at the rally. Okay, DHJS Trucking. Like I said, our meet and greet is going to be Saturday the 5th at the Big Engine Bar, Crossroads area of the chip. It's all free to get in. There'll be a bunch of YouTubers out there, so come on up and meet all
And
your
if you're not here
favorite
during that time,
YouTubers.
we'll have some other stuff going on this week. Because once we get to Friday, we're pretty much staying on the chip, other than the Legends ride. If you'd like to meet me at the Legends ride, I'll be there. She won't be. She was staying at the campground covering that.
Yep.
Look, got a smile. I gotta not look fat.
So do you have a YouTube channel? You said you were out filming today. From a trailer trash? All right. So we have From a Trailer Trash here. Oh,
Is somebody you know? She wants to know you.
Creekside's nice.
They don't know who you are. They don't know who you
All
are.
those along that area are going out.
Is your wife on?
Going out.
It was some
to,
guy, some dude that looked like a guy. It ended up being a woman, maybe a man. We don't know who it was, but it wasn't a woman but we thought it was. But I think it was a guy.
Tried to pull him out of his chair backwards. Creekside's nice. Rest and Ride, Iron Horse, Drag Pipes. Well, Drag Pipes is kind of
That's
close to
all on
full
the
throttle.
highway too.
That's all. I know, but I mean, I don't think you're going to have as much noise at night on that road. And it's kind of off. It's not on. It's on the 79, but it's
It's a
pitch
highway.
black out
You don't
there.
really want to be on a highway if you're staying in a tent. That's what I would
4
say.
days, 12 hours, and 20 minutes till they leave. Glenn says.
But it
And,
just depends on what you want. You know, it's like us. We stayed at the Buffalo Chip, and with the air conditioner running, even during Kid Rock in 2021, we turned the air conditioner off and I tried to listen in the trailer, and you could hear a little bit. It wasn't a thumping noise, but you could hear a little bit of music. And but it was like, what song is that? I'm like, I don't know. I opened the trailer door, which we were facing away from the stage. I couldn't tell what song it was. Had no idea. Now you always get the morons that come through there at 3 o'clock in the morning, but you could have that at any campground. You could be at Rush No More, where Neil was at, and it was so quiet, and some moron comes through there at 3 a.m. with a loud pipes on their bike, revving them up. You just got to find out where that guy is. So you get up at 6 or 7, you get over there by his tent, and rev it up a couple of times, get that bike to backfire a couple of times. That'll wake him up. He might come running out with less on than you want to see.
So Beer Bottle Baby says the cost of beer goes up during the rally and the girls get prettier at closing time. You could make a country song out of that.
I think there already is. I think they already beat you
Check
to
out
it.
the bartender at One Eye Jack's. 6'3" from Minnesota. All righty.
We'll walk over there before we leave.
So Karen's on. How you doing, Karen?
Are you coming to Sturgis?
No.
Well, she acted like she was going to see us soon.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Are you coming to Sturgis, Karen? Shade Valley was pretty quiet. I stayed there last year. It was pretty quiet when we were out there. We stayed.
Yeah.
We rented a motorhome.
But it was just so, to me, that 7 miles is like going out to full throttle. That's a long ride at night. And same thing with Shade Valley. It was a pretty neat campground. I had no complaints about it, but it was just that ride going on, and there's so many wild animals, deers, all kinds of stuff running around. And
Thank you.
just kind of want to get away from, I'm not a big driving at night person anymore, especially at the rallies. And here we're at least going to the Buffalo Chip, or you're staying at Steel Pony, or even over here at Kathmandu, or you're not getting out that
the
far.
concert where she was from, where she was at. You were at the Chips. The King to the Nation. David's on. Dakota Dave, how was your ride today? They were supposed to go out to Devil's Tower and Hewlett.
Was it as crazy as Needles Highway was?
Thank you. You should hire Mike as a female correspondent. Next year, Karen says she's coming.
I need a drink.
I know. Well,
I just went to the bar and just tell them. When we lost our bartender, I'd like to have a drink menu. I don't know if they have any hurricane or anything like that or not.
I don't know.
Come on, Hoppy.
No, I need to get up anyway.
That too long. So I won't answer any questions until she comes back, because she likes to answer the questions.
Yeah.
If
If you let me.
You've been just rattling through. I didn't answer any of them. So says it's going to rain. I don't know if I got my app on this phone. My phone here has got the app on it for the weather. I don't think I have it on any of these phones here, but it might be. Oh yeah, we do. First Alert. So that's what we use, First Alert. It says 82, it feels like 86. That's what's making it hot. Humidity's not that bad. It's 64%, but it's the dew point, 68. Anything over 60 is hot. So we're in a storm warning. That's going to go right past us. Right now, it's getting close to Spearfish and down by Hot Springs. So there's the radar. We'll look at the temperature. Oh, can't really see the temperature. They made everything red. So right now here it's 80 degrees, 76 down by Hot Springs, 86 in Rapid. The rain's not cooling it off. Look at the raindrops. 24 hours. Let's see if it's going to hit us. Let me hit the little arrow here. Yep, it's going to go through. Should be here right at 650. That's what, it's got a little thing you can slide of. But that's only an estimate. I've done that before, an estimate, and it never does freaking rain at all when it says it is. But you never know. This is South Dakota. If you're thinking it's not going to rain here, we just talked to somebody this morning. Actually, he's on the video Tuesday, I think. Been coming 26 years, and I said, what's the one thing that always happens? He says, it's always going to rain. He says, it hasn't been a year that it didn't rain somewhere. And then, which is weird. We had a tornado a couple years ago right out here in Spearfish. Didn't do anything to Sturgis. They didn't even get rain. They got the warning. Feel a little bit more breeze coming in. So it's possible. If it starts raining, we'll be heading for the inside and keep going. Let me put a few things away in case it does rain. So be ready to get and scoot. But we've got a nice cooler breeze now. Feels pretty good. We brought the truck up because, it didn't come by yet. I'm going to be getting for the shop a 50th anniversary banner. Not in perfect shape. Said a little tape will help it. Well, I can tape it from the back. Hang it up high on the banner. They said they used to have a shop. They have no need for it anymore. So they want to know if we'd like to have it. And I said, sure, I'd love to have that. 50th? I'd like that. And I wish I would have came earlier in years. I just never, I don't know. I'd heard of Daytona. Never heard too much about Sturgis. But I mean, I kind of thought what old school was. You know, these rallies used to be more of a 1% club only, and that's kind of what I thought Sturgis might be. Back in the day, it was, but nowadays it's not. It's a little bit of everything. You know, we got 1% just rode down the street here a minute ago, and so you have a wide variety of people that come to rallies now. So you know, that's why I said we started because of the old TV show Full Throttle, and we seen that. And after 1 year watching that, I'm like, we're going to Sturgis. And we took our vacation next year, and for a couple years in a row, we took our 2 week vacation, and the park's still on. There we go. There we are
Hey!
in the house.
I was your bartender here last year.
All right, I was wondering if you were around.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
gonna be here this year?
I literally just rolled in and parked.
Are you going to work?
Yeah.
Are you working the rally?
I work tomorrow.
Okay,
So see
we'll be
ya.
back up tomorrow. So I was wondering what happened to our regular bartender that always
No
waited
rest.
on us here. He's in the house.
No, that's okay. I know. Our poor Charlie dog.
Yeah.
We're at the Iron Horse campground. We were at the Iron Horse. That was Karen. Karen gives me a purple heart. That's why I know it's her. Tara says, see you Wednesday. She's flying in. It looks like she's got an airplane there in front of her. Devil's Tower was great. A bit crowded, but it was great. Magnificent. You need to go. Been there. It is an awesome thing to see.
I look at Devil's Tower
No problem,
is
Dave.
you just want to see it. You can get really close. You don't have to pay to get in. I mean, if you've got America Beauty Pass like she's got, you can get in for free. It's a federal park.
America's
So,
beautiful.
yeah, if you've got that, you can get in for free. It's not a big deal. I don't know if it's not really worth the $20 or whatever they're charging to get in just to drive around it. The only thing that's there that's kind of neat, if you like animals, they got a whole mess of,
Prairie dogs. It's
It's
like
like
whack-a-mole.
yeah. If you had a little club
They're
out there,
popping up all
you'd be
over
making
the
a lot of
place.
money. Because them little suckers are popping up. There's like 1,000 of them out there running around. That was kind of neat. But they have you can hike around Devil's Tower base. You know, I came to a motorcycle rally, and I kind of came here to ride a motorcycle. We have to walk at some of these events, but if I have to walk, I'm not looking to do it, or or as an option.
We're not hikers.
Yeah.
We,
But I mean, I came here for the rally. I didn't really come. But I mean, I
a
guess
lot of people like to do that. A lot of people, like if James and Mindy came, they would. James, I don't know if Mindy would like to hike around the mountain and around the Devil's Tower. So some people do that. Some people are a little more athletic than we are.
But some people are more like they're. If you know about the movie that was in, what famous movie was that in?
Close Encounters.
There you go. And if you're a fan of that movie and you want to go there, actually nothing was ever filmed there. There was nothing ever filmed on there. It was a back screen, backlit, to where you seen it on a green screen. They never filmed. They filmed all that in Hollywood. They didn't film anything out here. Now there is places here. Now if you watch Dancing with the Wolves, old TV movie, you can go out here. And there's several places out by Spearfish Canyon. You go down the road on the side to the waterfall and go a little bit farther, and you can see where the snow scene was at of Dancing with the Wolves. You can also go over to Rapid City, and they have a couple of the buildings from the movie. Then you can also go out to the 1880 town that's about 50 miles from here, going towards
Badlands. Thank you.
holy smoke, what are you drinking?
Well, I told her, she said, what do you want? So I kind of tried to tell her. And so she said, she'll fix something up. It's got Southern Comfort, orange juice, a splash of pineapple juice, and grenadine. That's as close as you're going to get. Try it. She said, you want one or two? I said, well, we'll start with one. And if it works out, we'll get another. So Robert Armstrong, are you the guy we met at Adam Sandoval's? And if you are, how have you been? He says he's up in Northern Ontario. I don't think that's him. I think that was his name, Robert Armstrong. Anyway, send me a care package of Cool, please. Steven's on. Hi, Steven. How have you been? It
Neil,
was close.
look, Neil, you got a new friend. He was talking to you, you didn't even know it, huh?
Gail Holt says, how are the burnt ends? They don't have those during rally time. They have the steak tips, a hamburger, a grilled chicken sandwich, a salad. Not much. Like 10, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here.
It's on the menu right there. You can look at it.
That's all they got.
And most
That's
places do that because which was, my hat's off to them. Within about 5 minutes after we ordered our food, it came. And everything was hot. Fries were hot. I got a hamburger. She got a chicken sandwich and fries. Everything was hot. It's pretty good. It was more food than we could eat. But we had to eat it early.
No, it wasn't ET. It was Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
ET was.
That's where the kid was making mashed potatoes and making it look
It
like
was,
that. And it was
Richard Dreyfuss was in it, and he made the mashed potatoes with the flat and this sling. Anyway,
they say it was made by an Indian, and a bear was chasing him, a giant bear, and that's what scratched.
it was an Indian princess, and she was running from this giant bear. So the Indian princess ran up to this rock, and I guess the Indian gods raised her up, and the giant bear clawed to get at the Indian, and that's what made all the marks on Devil's Tower. That's what they told
the story.
us. But Bob,
Believe
the
it or
Devil's
not.
Tower Chamber of Commerce would like to speak to you. Robert Armstrong said, "Nope, that's not me. It was a different one. How was the drink?"
It's okay. Little more pineapple juice, I think, is what they got in it. Then
She said she just put a splash of it.
you can't put much in that little cup.
No, it's not. Itty bitty.
So most of you don't see us drink. We did do a toast the other day. I don't know where I'm gonna put it for Charlie. We did last night, Friday night,
To our Charlie dog.
and so
Been a little better today.
but somebody said that somebody wrote on the comments. If you guys have been reading other comments, other people wrote. Somebody said that would be his dream to be able to die at Sturgis. Who better to say, I ended my life in Sturgis. So it's kind of an honor, I guess, for Charlie.
We're gonna bring it up.
So we're moving on. What kind of topics you got there? Anybody writing any comments?
Nope.
How many people we got on?
196.
And so overall, that big giant, it's like a husky or something. The dog was next to us. He's a giant dog. He came over and wanted to eat my hamburger.
As soon as they put our food down, he came running over. It's like, is that for me? It's like, no, it's not. Great name for Devil's Tower would be Bear Lodge. That would.
Yeah.
Interpretation misunderstood in native language. Art said, thank you, Art. Art gave us $20.
Oh,
So
holy smokes, Art. Thank you.
have
I
to
did
go,
you
like,
know
seeing you both keep up
that,
a good job for the next 20 ice cream visits.
So I don't know, Art, if you knew that Charlie passed away on Friday.
I think he said
So I didn't know if he knew or not. Art knew Charlie pretty well.
Yeah. And a lot of our friends and our daughter's friends, the whole family. There wasn't a person Charlie didn't meet that wasn't his best friend. Everybody was his friend.
Well, he never growled at anybody. He barked if you knock on the door. That's about the only time you really got him to bark. He loved everybody. His mom was like that too. She was a really good dog. She never really, I don't know if she ever growled at anybody either. But Charlie never, if a dog came at him, he just kind of spiraled down and kind of moved away.
I don't want the drama. Leave me alone.
And so normally he never played much with other dogs.
And one little girl came up to him one time, and you never know. Never say never.
Well, it was out here, I think.
Yeah, I know. And Charlie never bit anybody. But this little girl runs up to him, grabs Charlie by his face, and says, "Oh, doggy, doggy, doggy!" And I'm like, "Don't do that," because
don't know.
A stranger, it was out of the blue, and he grabbed him, and I was like,
well, they always said, I used to work for a utility company in California, and they always said, everybody's dog doesn't bite until it bites the first person. We could actually say with Charlie, and I think Vegas the same way. It was Rocky that bit Mindy.
oh yeah.
So Vegas never, which was the mama dog, never bit anybody, and so I can say that. And then Charlie was the same way. He never bit a soul. He probably wouldn't even bite a flea.
No.
He wouldn't even go after flies. He kind of snap at him, but he wouldn't get it.
He'd like, get away. But he never, Vegas would eat flies.
Yeah.
She'd grab them and eat them. So, still there, laugh out loud. Yep. Still here. Rowan's still there.
So, Art, when are you coming to Sturgis?
No, we're not having a cremated. We did one dog and
you don't really know. What I always say about that is, do you even know that's really your dog? And I might believe it because they wanted to charge us. They have to cremate him anyway. It costs us another $100 just to have him cremated. But they wanted another $300 if you wanted it back. Well, I'm thinking what they ended up doing with him is they put him in by himself. Well, I think most of these places that do it, especially like at LA and California and stuff like that, I think they throw all these dogs in there together. They hit it, they grind up the bones, and they just keep throwing them in there. So I don't think you really get your dog.
Scoop up a hunk of ashes. And
well, we had a friend, actually he's a YouTuber of ours. He's an RV. It's called Nomadic Fanatic. really great guy. We got to meet him. He had Harley. He's been on our channel a couple times. We've been on his channel. And I have to do some time in Sturgis. I don't know if you hear something or not. Got a boss horse there. But I forget what I was going. So one of his cat he had for a long time, Jax, passed away. So he paid extra to have a footprint made. Well, when he got it, he started looking at it and he goes, something's wrong here. He says, my dog's got 4 pads. The cat's got 4 pads on instead of 3. I don't know, either way. They had one more pad than it's supposed to have, and it had an extra toe. And he went back to the place and said, this isn't my cat. My cat had, and they're like, no, that was your cat. It was your cat. We did it. I did it myself. It was your cat. And he's like, no, my cat's footprint has 5 fingers on it. It does not have, and he argued with people, and he couldn't get anywhere with them. They just said, it is your cat, believe me or not. And that's when he kind of said the same thing. He got the ashes and all that. And that's what he said. Is this really my cat that's in this jar? Probably not. I would think because it costs, there's a lot of gas, natural gas, blast furnaces. I even wonder about people. My mom got cremated. I don't even know if that's really her in there. Who really knows?
Well, they gave all the kids a little vial of her ashes.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that her really in there or not?
You in your mind, you would think it is. Now, we did his paw prints.
Right here.
We did paw prints for him. They didn't turn out the greatest, but they're better than nothing. We put some paw prints on some stuff. We bought some stuff out in Rapid because we thought something was going to happen to him. But I'm thinking now maybe making a thing for the garage. It says Sturgis 2023 on it.
Devin must be on. They just closed up Wyatt's Lemonade stand for the day. It's been great watching everybody roll in. So we do have a challenge at Wyatt's Lemonade stand. If you go and you donate money to Wyatt's Lemonade, tell them you're with the Bob and Tam Challenge, and 100% of that money will go to the St. Jude's Foundation.
See, I think last year we won.
We did.
They didn't want to announce it because they didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But more of you guys came in from the Bob and Tams and gave them money than anybody else. So kudos up to all of our subscribers and our King Nation for doing that and keeping our name out there to Bob and Tam. And anytime you go anywhere, you should always say that, hey, Bob and Tam sent you here. There is some of these vendors, not on record, give discounts to you. They might install something for free. They might give you something for free. So don't hesitate when you're getting something done. Say, hey, by the way, I seen you on Bob and Tam's show. Just wanted to mention that. And we had one person the other day. I don't want to say what they got, because then you'll know where he went. But he got something installed for free where they normally charge $100 to put this in. And they gave it to him. He said, I just want to give you that because, you said Bob and Tam. So you just never know. Because most of the time, most of our vendors, we never ask for money. Oh, we got to do that. Pull it up on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
So some of you have heard that we talk about toothpicks. And they are nicotine toothpicks. Do you smoke? No smoke? I was going to let you try one. They also got energy ones. They are a sponsor of our channel. They donated money to help with the cause. And so we're doing a big shout out for them. We'll have to find my little thing I'm supposed to read. But you can go to Bob and Tam's 10 on their website, which it's on the thing there. You can pull up the website there.
And they...
And they're really neat.
So go to this, dipxtoothpicks.com, and it's really good. So if you're a smoker, you can chew on the toothpick instead of having to stop and light up a cigarette. So we found a review art, and you can use that. Or if you don't smoke, they have the energy one, B12 and caffeine. They have all different kinds of flavors. So go to dipxtoothpicks.com and put in Bob and Tam's 10. You'll get 10% off. And they're really cool. We thought that was a really neat.
The idea I thought it would be good for, like when you're riding your bike, you wouldn't have to stop for cigarette breaks. You could ride on your bike.
Art always says, can we stop for a minute?
And that's all. Art is probably the best guy I've ever rode with in my entire life because he never cared where we went, where we stopped. All he wanted to do is every now and then he wanted to stop and have a cigarette. Well, I used to drink a lot of soda, so we would always stop anyway to get me a soda, and he'd have a smoke while I'm having my soda, and he'd get him a bottle of soda and he'd drink it too. But other than that. Oh, he smokes.
I know.
We never get to see him when we're at home.
I know. We're gonna have to meet up. But I think he works weird hours, but we'll meet up with you Mohawk Mike. Don't forget to pin your state. Oh, that's right. Well, are those still in the back of the bike? We
Probably.
bought some orange pens.
I don't know where
So all the Bob and Tam people, when you put it up on White's Lemonade's map, and because each color meant something. I don't remember what it was. You could pick a color, but we bought orange ones because he didn't have any orange ones, and we were going to give it to him last year and never made it back out there, but we did get some, so you can pin it on there.
George wanted to know, just watching some of tonight's live before passing out. I said it was yesterday.
Oh, I don't know.
So yes, if George is on, that said it came in yesterday. George is coming in. We're gonna do it right on Tuesday.
White lemonade, good for a kickstart. There you go. And he always greets you with a smile. As soon as you pull up, he runs out there and brings you a nice cold lemonade. He's gonna be somebody someday. I'll tell you that much.
Don't forget, you knew us from it.
Yep. Yeah. If we need some help one day, Wyatt, we're gonna call on you. Tom says, "Hi Tim, already been here 27 days. Thinking about maybe next year. I'm gonna move up here. I'm up here 6 months out of the year. We've been up here. The most has been probably about 45 days, 45, 50 days. And yeah, that's what he said. If it didn't snow, we'd probably live up here year round. It's beautiful up here. The people are awesome. You couldn't ask for a better place to come. The riding's great. It's just, I don't know. It's a great place."
So there's their logo. I didn't put it on the screen today. Did big. So I gotta find my little thing. I got a little thing I'm supposed to read. I think
Mohawk's coming up next week.
Coming here?
Yeah. He came up last year, remember? We saw him.
Oh,
but he was only up here for a day or two. He'll be up here next weekend. So let us know, Mike. I think you got our number. All caught up. How about that? 191 on.
Oh, Jennifer Jupiter's. I love Sturgis. And I can't find the guy. I found that one.
South Dakota is hiring. They are.
They got a NASCAR. We're going to tell you that. I got this off the news. We haven't even told Rod we know about this. So South Dakota has a NASCAR that actually they're sponsoring that's got find new jobs in South Dakota. Move here. Well, they're having a special edition made. It's not one that they race, but it's going to be out at the chip. And it's got the picture of the governor on it. Christy Gnomes is going to be on there. And if all goes well, we should have a pretty good interview with Christy this year because we work it up to it. We got her first year. We just got her to kind of wave. This last year, we got her to welcome everybody out. So this year, we're hoping to get about at least a 60-second commercial out of her and giving us a plug and who better? I always said we also met down in Florida.
Kansas.
Yeah, got to meet him too because I always said it would be a great honor to me in my lifetime to meet a president. I would meet any of them. Doesn't matter who the past ones were or even the current one now. It'd be an honor to meet somebody that is president of the United States. It would just be a very big honor. So we've met those two, and it'd be great to see one of them someday that maybe would actually be president to say, hey, I actually met them. But it'd be better to meet them when they were president, Dad. But they might remember us. Hey, we're the YouTube channel. Remember us?
Well, Jesse recognized us when he walked by Jesse James Dupree. He's not president, but he's like, hey, guys, how's it going? And fine.
But I had my shirt on, too.
So then I asked him, I said, well, do you want to say a few words about the campground real quick? And he's like, not right now. Give me a few minutes. And he did. He came back and he's like, are you ready to film that? And I said, sure. Let me turn the camera on. Okay, let's go. Because I know he's very busy. It's crunch time right now. All the bars and the campgrounds and everybody's gearing up for the rally and they want to get it all going because they don't have much time left. Because actually tomorrow is the pre-rally, the pre-opening day, the 31st. Monday. And a lot of people are coming in. A lot of people came in today to the Buffalo Chip. We saw campers, bikes. It's busy. That's what Neil said too. A lot of folks are coming in today. So tomorrow's probably going to be just as busy. And we'll continue to get busy until the 4th. And hopefully it'll stay that way. Sometimes they have it where the second weekend, the first weekend is busy and then it kind of bogs down a little bit. And then the second group comes in. For the last couple of years, that second wave of people haven't been coming in. So it hasn't been too busy pre-rally this weekend. It's picking up. So hopefully either people will stay through the rally or that second group of people will come in. So
no, I gotta take that. I took a picture on my phone. I guess we're gonna have to put that picture on all of our phones.
All right.
So we know what to read about.
Well, we can text this, everybody. Zipex.
I think it's a really great idea. She tried one of the energy ones.
I had the cinnamon one. That one's bourbon. And they've got like mocha.
Bourbon.
They got
mocha. A lot of them in here. There's 100 other copies in there.
And then I think in these there's 30. Because I think if you look online, if you buy a 2-pack, they say you get 60. So I'm assuming there's 30 in each one. And I don't remember what.
And they're different, even though they're nicotine. They've got different flavors too. This one's got Spice Island. That
and this one's peppermint watermelon.
So it gives you a little bit different. We got a whole bunch of different flavors. I should switch them out so we can show you different ones. But I think it's a great idea. And because, everybody kind of likes the toothpick in their mouth and they have something that's flavored. Not saying if you don't smoke, you can get some that, but I think we've seen them in Panama City and we talked to them a little bit and they wrote us and said, we'd like to sponsor you guys. And we're doing some of the different rallies we'll do here. We'll do Ocean City. And we also will do Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue. So we kind of forgot them in Milwaukee. So we're going to do a bunch of extra ones here for them, especially on our lives, that if you're interested in that, you can go to their website and get that discount, which is Bob and Tam's 10. And you go to the name here. I can't see anything.
And then the code to get 10% off is Bob and Tam, no S, 10. And you'll get 10% off. And
if you buy, it gives them their account to where if you guys buy some of this stuff from them, they may look at it and say, hey, guys, we want to do it again next year. We'll give you some money again next year, which all that helps. Hey, it helps pay for the gas. It's not a lot of money, but it makes a big difference for us in our channel to cover some of the expenses that we have that the channel just don't get enough views right now doing it. We're hoping Sturgis here will kick off and appreciate everybody being on. Check out the videos we've been putting out. I got a great one coming out tomorrow. It's going to be on Needles Highway. We stop and we talk about some of it, some of the things you can see, tell you a little bit about the road, what to expect. We got another one that will be coming out by probably about Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Will be Iron Mountain. Same thing. We stop and talk about that, give you some insight where you never rode it before. Maybe you have rode it before, but you didn't realize that, hey, I could do this. Hey, there's a place I'm going to show you, Needles Highway, that I got my bike sitting out there. And you're like, wow, I want to put my bike there and take that picture. Well, we'll show you where that's at. Great little guarded area, and you're straight down a cliff after that.
So you want to stop before you get that cliff. Karen wanted to know if she missed the live at Harley Davidson. We did do a live out there at Black Hills Harley yesterday morning, and that was their pre-rally kickoff. And about 70% of the vendors were open. So we need to hang out with X-Hand Biker more often. He said he met Ford when he was 12 and Trump in 19. So we're going to hang out with you.
It's a little far to hang out with him in Redbud.
Yeah, but, well, he lives even further than that. He lives down by Carbondale. Solid traffic, loaded up bikes, trailers, campers, all, etc. all day. It's been a steady stream.
Yeah, and we've been seeing it, and it's so now some of the people that just pulled in behind us, they're staying for the full rally. So you don't see a lot of people that will do, Monday or Sunday here all the way to the next Sunday. So it's 2 weeks they're here. So
is this your 50th, Paul? This year? He said he wished he was here to celebrate his 50th birthday. Hey, Steve, I joined yesterday. Well, thank you, Steve Wanda. Thanks for hanging out with us and becoming part of the Petite Nation. If you don't know what the Petite Nation is, you're one now. Hope your dog is doing better.
So according to this, it should be raining now. And then, of course, worst come to worst, we'll be making a mad dash for inside. And
Tobin Lakes Guide Service. Charlie didn't make it. We had to put him down on Friday. So he just took a turn for the worse Thursday night. There was really probably nothing else we could do for him. So
we got to the point where I don't think he really knew who we were anymore. The only thing he did is our daughter had always taught him a long time ago that you could squeeze his paw and he would squeeze your hand back. And that's kind of what he was doing at the end, where she ended up sleeping on the floor with him all night Thursday night. And then in the morning, I was kind of petting him and stuff, petting his little feet and stuff. And he would, when I stopped, he would grab my hand again. So maybe he still had some, I don't know.
I think he just wanted to be touched. But I mean, I don't know if he lost the sense of hearing because he always kind of flinched when there was a loud noise. If you shut a cabinet door, if you dropped something, a fly swatter, he hated the fly swatter and all that stuff.
None of that affected him. So then also we don't, but he never slept either. All Thursday night, his eyes were open the whole time. He didn't really blink or anything. So
I think he was afraid if he closed his eyes.
That's what we think. But I mean, you don't know. And it could have just
been.
But
whenever I'd fall asleep because I was with him and I was trying to pet him or hold on to him, whenever my hand would fall down, he would like, touch me. I'm still here. So
I don't know. So we stayed all the way with him and we took him to bed on Friday and he went pretty quickly. And
so Kickstands exit 37. It looks looking pretty good. Somebody told us by midweek it would be open. I definitely think it will be open by the 4th.
Yes.
But the exits coming, if you're going eastbound, coming off the 37 is going to be rock. And getting off the 37 going eastbound, that's all rock too. I don't think they're
So
going to
if
pave
you're
that.
coming eastbound, both lanes of that exit are going to be gravel, either getting on the 37 or getting off the 37 like you're going to go to Rapid City. Now, the other exit, if you're coming from the east going west, both those ramps are perfect. But when you get to the end, it's rocks and there's a little bit of a drop off. Just be very, very careful. And one of our subscribers said you forgot to mention Fort Meade Road. It runs out to the ship. It is completely open. Yeah, actually, it's in better shape than the
Than those exit ramps.
And so we'll show you Tuesday. I got a video showing you the ramp. We drove down it yesterday, and I already had a video made for tomorrow. So that one you'll get to see. But if anything gets updated, like if we get out there tomorrow morning and it's open, we'll do a quick live from there and show you, hey, it's open. Both lanes are running now. So that way you'll know. But they have promised us, everybody in the state, and I believe now, there's no doubt that it will be opening in the next couple of days. There's no doubt that because all they really have to do is what they're doing is she said a little bit earlier, the concrete's laid. There's a couple stretches that they went ahead and just put asphalt in for now. And what they did is the concrete's like this high off the ground. Well, if you'd have slid off with your motorcycle, probably kill yourself. So they're laying asphalt on both sides to kind of give you that shoulder. So that's pretty much almost done.
So probably right now all they have to do is stripe it,
Yeah.
and then they'll
Put a
open it.
stripe down and then just open it. The exit, like where Wyatt is, I think it's exit 40. It's that ramp, they've got it all fixed up. Now it's all asphalted too. But a lot of the country roads here may not be concrete. The 37 there is eventually going to be coming what highway?
79.
Yep. So they're going to that's why they did all this construction in the first place on the ramp. They did it last October when we were out here. They were doing the ramps there for westbound. But the eastbound they didn't do.
So Zipex did not come to Sturgis. They just tried out Panama City, and he thought it would be a good mix. So he wanted to try us out to promote him. And if all of you guys, motorcycle enthusiasts, are into it, then I think he's going to start coming to more motorcycle events.
Now, they can't give samples because they're nicotine. You know, you can't give free cigarettes away and things like that. But they can give you like she got some of the B12 ones. She tried them.
Those
and
out
she
as
liked
samples.
it. He was,
So
and our daughter took them and she liked them too.
Charlie was our 11-year-old chocolate lab.
He'd have been 12 in
October. And we had his parents, so he was with us, and today he was born.
She was there when he came out. She helped pull him out.
Yep, I birthed him, so we was there for his first breath, and we was there for his last breath. So that's who Charlie was, and
that's the only dog we've ever had that we've had from start to finish. We've always gotten our dogs before from Vegas. Actually, come from one of our friends, Lexi. Used to work for us. We had our DJ company back in Missouri, and her dad bred dogs. And we know, we want one of them dogs. So we got our daughter brought him out on an airplane to us. Yep. And
Lexi's like our adopted daughter.
Yeah. And so she's in Texas, and she's never been on our channel. I think when we were down there the last time, we really weren't really doing much video.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was before. It was 2019, yeah. I think. That's when we got the
So we didn't really show her and
so yeah, we want to wish Paul a happy 50th birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. And I wish you were out here. It'd be an awesome way to celebrate your 50th birthday.
Is Poncho on tonight?
I don't see him.
Poncho, where are you? Did you get lost again?
Leave him alone. I like Poncho. Slim Jim said, just heard they had some big hail up in the hills.
Yes, it probably hails here every storm.
Yeah, somewhere.
We're hoping to get our truck fixed before we go home because
if it's going to hail, let it do it now.
Well, then it costs more to fix it.
Well, I don't know, probably. Jimmy Neck says, sorry to hear about your dog. Animals give us so much love and comfort. May rest in peace. Yep. He was a special dog, and it'll take a long time to get over him. My wife and I are leaving for Deadwood on Friday, first time on a bike.
How far are you going? You coming from Denver?
Steve just joined. He didn't say where he's coming from.
If your wife's coming the first time, it's kind of like our wedding. Patsy and Mike, they're not on the night. No. They're first time. Mike's been out here, but Patsy never rode a motorcycle. She rode to our house. It was about 250 miles. They came and visited us from Phoenix, but she's going to ride all the way up here. He thinks once she gets to Denver, she's right going to say, let me get in a car and ride the rest of the way. So we'll see. It's tough. If you never rode, it's like us. When we first did Sturgis the very first time, actually, she had surgery on her foot, so she had a walking cast, had crutches strapped to the side of the bike. And because we already
looked like, what do you call it? Shotgun. because we had them apart. So we strapped them on the bike, and all you could see were these
Two double barrels.
sticking out at be careful and stop if she needs to stop. I don't know. It might be his first time too of driving that.
Normally
far.
we do that. We usually when we
First
first
time
start out on a day, we usually ride about 100 miles. That's usually our first one. Then after that, we stop, every 50 or 75 miles, top the gas tank off because when you're traveling, you never know when there might be a gas station not around. And we've almost ran out of gas a couple of times.
Yeah.
Bart's still on. He'll tell you that tank never gets down to a half a tank when we're traveling.
Thanks,
Because
Barbara.
we almost ran out on the Badlands. We took the back way through Rapid City and was going the back way in there. And we were like, oh, we need gas. He's like, oh, we can wait. I said, yeah, I'm okay with that. I punched in my GPS on Harley, said gas station like 50 miles away. So we're riding and riding and riding and riding. And I pull in this town. There's nothing there anymore.
The whole town's gone.
Yeah, it's all boarded up. And I don't know if it's still there or not. This is like almost 20 years ago that we did that. And we found a gravel road. I found a gravel road on a map. And I said, Art, it looks like we can go this way. And he goes, I said, what do you want to do? He said, well, how far the other way? I said, it's like 50 miles. Well, it said on our tank we had like 30 miles to go before we ran out of gas. Well, it was about 40 miles. Then we had to drive about 10 miles down to Wall. We had 1/10 of a gallon of gas. We used 5.9 tenths of gas to put in our gas tanks. It already had said we were out of gas way before we got there. And at that moment, Art looked at me and said, we are never going to let our tanks get low again. And we never did.
So thanks, Myron. And when are you going to get to town? Because I know you were coming out. Were you coming out this weekend? And I think he said he was coming out the beginning. So maybe he's coming out this week sometime. My condolences for your dog. Thank you. Oh, where am I at? Be there on my birthday, August 10th, and it will be my 70th. All right, Greg, see? Mine, I'll miss it. It's never long enough. My birthday's the 17th, so.
We'll still probably be here.
And our friend Judy and Tony, his birthday's the 13th, so his will be the last day of the month.
Oh, speaking of that, I think it's the 15th or the 16th is Leonard Skinner's anniversary for the first album they ever put out. Was in August. Somebody Google that real quick so I don't have to do it. When was Harley Davidson? When was Leonard Skinner's first album released? It was August, either 13th through the 15th, I think it is. Because they're not playing that night at the ship. And
the rumble strips, are you meaning the rubber bands they put down on the highway? They did that a week ago, didn't they? Okay, gonna give them another try after Sturgis. How old was he? He was 11. He would have been 12 in October. So he was about 11 and a half, a little over. Steve says they're coming from Chicago, so they got a little ride. Because we came from Milwaukee, so that was about the same distance. And I guess we made it here in 2 days, but we went down into Iowa. We didn't stay on the 90. So it probably would have been easier if we would have stayed on the 90, but we went down to the JMP Museum, the National Motorcycle Museum. And
I don't have the date. It just says
that's
1973. So it is 50 years. But it doesn't have a date.
So just be safe and keep your eyes out for the crazy people on the road. That's what he always says. Just act like everybody's out to kill you, and you should get here safe. So watch out for the animals, and we'll be praying for you. Because it's a tough, especially if it's your first long motorcycle ride. Okay. I haven't subscribed yet, but I did Sturgis 17 years in a row until we lost our wonderful place to camp in town. Always seems like it changes. Might come
August
back in the
13th.
next few years.
August 13th
So that's the last
is,
day of the rally.
yeah, so they won't play on the anniversary of their day because they're playing during the week. I don't
I
know
don't know what it is either.
but Tuesday, Wednesday or something, I don't know. We'll be there.
You're welcome.
We're probably going to have an interview with Leonard Skinner,
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Oh, that's not the real Leonard Skinner.
request. That doesn't mean we're going to get it.
I think we'll get Leonard Skinner, though, because he talked to Woody last year. So we should get him this year. We're hoping for him. She wants REO Speedwagon and George Thorogood.
Get a picture with
She might not
George.
even be able to get her words out of her mouth.
I'm
Be
not
all
that
tongue-tied.
I'm not that starstruck. We went. Okay. So Paul said thanks for the birthday wishes. Almost ran out of gas at the OCC today. Oh, no.
Over there in Tampa.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you have, well, they've got really good
Alligator.
alligator. That's one of the best places we've had alligator in a long time.
It's very,
Is the OCC. White.
yeah.
Well, we didn't know that. And if you get real good alligator bites, you want the white meat. If it's brown or something like that, that's the bad part of the tail. You want the white meat, and that's what we didn't know that. And when we ate there, the chef came out and talked to us and said, "Oh, you got bad alligator. We had it down in New Orleans, and we thought it was good back then." And we're like, "Ooh, that was real gristly and stuff." And he's like, "No, it shouldn't be like that."
Much better. So
The bikes are rolling in.
building the Dixon
They cut these
Pendleton.
damn weeds down behind us. You can see the bikes coming in.
So the Dixon, I don't know how long they got it rented for. This year they're only going to be open for Sturgis. I think they're opening the 4th, and they'll be here to the 13th. Next year, I think they're opening in May or first of
We'll
June.
have the all exact information
We're going
in
to
the
talk
next
to them
day or two.
tomorrow.
And we may put that up as a special interview if it's halfway long. We can just make a one video on Dixon flannel,
Okay.
and so that'd be kind of neat.
Well, you guys will be fine. They said they went to Las Vegas about 15 years ago on a boat.
Oh, Pat West is calling you.
Oh, I don't know where they're at. Just do message and then say, I'll call you back. So yeah, you guys should be fine. Just take your time. And like I said, just be aware of all the crazies. August 13th, 1973. Paul looked it up for us too. This year going on a Road Glide Ultra. That should be nice. Myron, Harry the farmer, hair farmer, says he'll be out here Wednesday. Lynn says, truck update. I'm still dreaming out and drooling.
Heck, if you all show up on Saturday, we might have the biggest group of people in Sturgis we might show all them big YouTubers that we got good supporters. And which most of them are all friends with anyway. Adam Sandoval's going to be there. Wind Road Therapy, the Badgers, Mexi Philly, Prime Cut Pro, Awesome Documentary, all these guys. Well, all the people who just rattled off, we already know them anyway. But the only one that's there that we don't know that's a little bit bigger is Her Two Wheels. We've never met her.
No,
She was at the Adventure Bike Week. You know,
we never caught up with her.
not saying anything bad or good about anybody, but you know, if we see somebody that we know that's a YouTuber, we like to try to say, "Hey, you're just like here." He's filmed stuff. Sam said, "Hey, are you a YouTuber?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got."
Well, when he said he went out and filmed all that, I asked Bob. I said, "Well, is he a YouTuber?" And he's like, "I don't know. I didn't ask." I said, "Well, if we went out and filmed all morning," I said, "I'm sure he's a YouTuber."
Maybe he likes to document stuff.
So he's the what's your channel name again? I don't want to say it.
My Trailer Trash. Is that My Trailer Trash? Or...
Tacoma
Yeah, let me look that
Trailer
up.
Trash.
Let me
There,
look it
oh,
up.
it's right there.
Oh, it's on
Tacoma.
a shirt.
So look him up and check him out.
Let me look here.
I know. Dawson is an awesome clothing company. I know a lot of you guys had reached out and told us that they were coming here. So especially David Eastwood. And they're going to have a special Sturgis shirt. It's going to be like, I guess, a limited edition or whatever. So if you're into the Dixon shirts and you want a Sturgis shirt, they're going to have them. I don't know how many they're going to have, but they've been filling up the stores since last week. So you need to come down if you're here in town and go down there and pick them up. Famous Finger says hi. How you doing? I think I'm all caught up. How about that? Got 181 on, and you've been on an hour and a half. And it's getting a little sticky out here, I think, because the rain is passing by. Kind of warm. So, opening day happened to be our 11th wedding anniversary. Come and help us celebrate. There you go. That is Wyatt's Lemonade. How about that? It's their 11th wedding anniversary. How about that? That's opening day. So, is that the 4th or the 5th? 7. Our anniversary is September 1st. So, it'll be
80 years. Feels like 80 years.
40, so it's 80, 23rd,
43.
24th. So it'll be 44. 44 years. That's a long
And we've
time.
known each other for 46. Holy son of a buck. That's a long freaking time.
And he hasn't thrown me away yet. So everybody hit the like button. It's right here below me. That little thumb. Click on it. It's what you just says 4th. All right. The 4th, not the 5th. Okay. So Friday is
No, it doesn't come up.
Wyatt's
It's
Lemonade.
Tacoma. Oh, it's all one word. Oh, okay.
So, I was gonna say. So if you go out on the 4th to see Wyatt's Lemonade, you'll have to tell Devin and I can't think of his wife's name. Happy anniversary, and then you can celebrate their anniversary. Check out Wyatt's Lemonade. Donate for the challenge for Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventure, and 100% of that money goes to St. Jude's. So What an awesome way. Robin. Devin and Robin. I knew it. I just couldn't. I've got so much up here because he doesn't remember anything. I forget sometimes. Have you been to One Sexy Biker Store yet? Yes, we have. We were down there 2 times, I guess. So we've got, we're going to do specials for her. She's going to have a daily giveaway, and we'll do a little short in the morning, and I'll tell you what you're going to get, and you have to go in. You have to be the first person in that says, I saw you on Bob and Tam's, and I want my whatever the deal is that day, and then you get it for free. So stay tuned. I think she's given 5 different things away. So each day will be something different.
So are you on Instagram or are you on YouTube? No, it does not come up.
Okay.
All right.
I
I know when we first started, people had a real hard time
Terry
finding
said,
us.
you guys have shown each other almost as long as I've been alive. Probably. Most of you are probably old enough to be our kids. Awesome documentary. He was talking when we went to dinner with him down in Daytona.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Myrtle Beach, because we went to Dead Dog.
Oh, that's right.
And
There you go.
what?
You can take your thing to Dead Dog. Myrtle Beach.
That
next
was
year.
really a sad place. Because everybody brings their picture of their dead dog and hangs it up on the wall.
Well, you can still honor Charlie Bear.
I guess. He's been there. Charlie
Yeah.
likes it in Myrtle Beach. Liked it. So I don't know what I was saying. We've known you as long as we've been alive. So anyway, awesome documentary was talking, and he was talking, and I said, well, how old are you? And he's just like, well, I'm 40. And I'm like, oh, that's how old our oldest daughter is. So
They're like, wow, you guys are really old.
you could be our son. How about that? So Karen said, thank you. So how about that? Oh,
So let's see what the rain looks like.
it's overcast, but it is really getting muggy. It's like sticky. Not really hot because there's a nice cool breeze, but it's sweaty weather. Who's that?
That's Stephanie and Lumpy.
Oh,
They
okay,
can't
that's
make
the
it
one.
tonight.
Oh, okay, that's one that was going to come bring the banner. All right. So I'm all caught up on our comments. So anything else you want to say? If you're out here, you're going to be here early. Tuesday, which is the 31st, August 1st. If you're out here, we're going to, don't know where yet, we're going to meet up and we're going to ride Iron Mountain and Needles Highway. So if you guys want to come out, it's on there. Oh, there it is.
Grizzly wrote it.
Oh. So yeah, we want to say a special shout out to Grizzly, which is Highway Hill Inn. He's had some medical issues and he's doing well and getting stronger every day. And
Hopefully we'll catch up with him before the rally is
That's
over.
right.
Or maybe after it's over, we'll catch up.
Yeah, that way it won't be so hectic and so crazy. So there's his. This is who's with us also, and he's camping with us in our area. It's Tacoma Trailer Trash. TACOMATRAILER
I'm
trash.
pretty sure that's what I wrote.
TRASH. So there you go. So check him out on his YouTube channel. And
Okay,
see
write
what
it down.
All right.
That's what I wrote. He said it's all one word, and I put it all together, and it still didn't come out. You're gonna try to type it. Maybe I typed it wrong. So we're here in Sturgis. You can look behind us while she's doing that. Maybe I'll turn the camera around and we'll let you see a little bit of layout. Oh, wrong one. It's still looking at me. It hasn't flipped around yet. Camera. There we are. I'm still there. Bugs are getting me. Ah, there. Wave to your wife. He's here. Neil's here. I got to stand up first before I can hold the camera. Oh, I don't know. Subscribe to it. Watch a video. These chairs are not easy to walk around. So, there we go. All right. So here we are. Main Street. It's getting a little dark. It's supposed to be raining now, but it is not. So if you're coming to Sturgis, you have to expect that. There's a bike going by. Don't look like they're running for the rain yet. I'm not crossing the street. I'm staying on this side of the street. Getting dark. Still allowing cars down the street. They don't start till Friday. Midnight on Thursday night, they'll close the street down. So at 12:01, you can park your, well, you can't park your bike, but you can drive your bike down the street. They clean the street at 2 a.m. Got the Harley sign down there all lit up. A lot of you are asking about Al's. This is Al's outlet stores here. There's, I think Cam counted, there's 3 on Main Street. T-shirt places are pretty much what most of them are. So this is where we've been. One American, loud American. Great place, got good food. They always allow us to sit out here. Hats off to them. If you come in here, make sure you tell them Bob and Tam sent you. So they appreciate us sitting here tying up a table. We try to give them a pretty good tip, but really haven't had a waitress come out after we already settled up. But that's fine. People riding down the street. So here I'll walk down. You'll look down Main Street here. There you go. You see it with all the cars down there. That's that way. That's looking towards 160 Biker Chick and Junction that way. And this way is looking towards the Indian dealer down and around the corner. There's the Popo station up there. And they already had bands and stuff playing at all these places last night when we drove by. Got a snazzy bike there. Got a horse on there. Yeah, I almost hit that guy in that car. So we'll scroll down here. So we'll see. Fight. Oh, you are allowed to drink on the street, but you have to have the Sturgis cup, beer and wine only. So here's where they have bands. Looks like they're setting up for a band tonight. So they had bands out here last night. They had a band over here. And then over here, they had a band. So pretty much everybody's bands. If you come early, there's stuff going on downtown here, especially here on Main Street. Either One Eye Jacks or Loud American, or I'm pretty sure the Knuckle. I don't think the Iron Horse has anything going on yet. I don't think their adventures start till the 4th. So I don't see a band over there yet. We've interviewed Silencer Central. That's right out of Daytona here. They make silencers for guns. All American made. Oh, they got Tam's all crazy. They got Icy here across the street. They got a whole stand that's just full of Icy machines. Some New York plates. What else we got there? Michigan, Alaska. Oh, that's Colorado. I was gonna say Alaska. I thought that ain't Neil's bike. Lots of families and stuff are still here. And some of the Vance and Hines guys. They got a booth. I don't know if they got a booth down here or not. I seen. So down there is the Harley discount store. It's not open yet. Lots and lots of people selling T-shirts. That must be the motorhome over there for the band that's going to be playing. So we're looking at Main Street here in Sturgis. Guess you got that from the title. And right now it is, let's look and see what time it is. It's 6:36 here in Mountain Standard Time. So based on that, normally it doesn't get dark here till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But with it's supposed to be raining right now, but it's not. But they always say, if it doesn't rain in Sturgis, you haven't been to the right rally. Like, you got a new trike. It does. Got a sticker on the back. Paper tags. A lot of ATVs out here, side by sides, out driving around, and cars. Streets don't get closed down till on the 3rd at midnight at the 4th. They'll shut Main Street down and they'll put all the barricades up. And starting on Friday morning, you'll be bikes only, parking in all these blocks. So that way, one block this way, no cars. Watch the video that we put out the other day. We'll show you all the great parking spots I found for the car parkers. If you brought a car or a truck, we found you some great places, a couple of free places. Oh, there's some lightning going on over there. See if it'll lightning again before I walk off here. And here's a green truck. Hey, they parked right in front of my truck. We brought the truck out tonight because we were going to get a banner, a 50th anniversary banner. Maybe we'll swing by their campsite. Yep, my truck's still there. I was going to say, I thought there's the lightning. Did you see it? That's towards Spearfish that way. So far, it's only been really raining at night. We got a pretty good rain the other night. Couldn't really tell when you got outside. The ground wasn't soft or nothing. It really needs a little bit of rain here. There's some lightning over there, so it's coming around us. We might get a. Last night, Tam sat out, and she could see the lightning from Rapid City Way, which is behind me. And you could see it behind the clouds and stuff. She sat out there for about an hour watching it. It was like fireworks. Now, I ain't going to do it. I'm standing here watching it, and it ain't going to do no lightning for you. People are still coming to the bars. They're like, it ain't going to rain. I didn't bring my rain suit, but it ain't going to rain. Well, we put the rain suits in. We have learned that if you carry your rain suit, the odds are it doesn't rain. But if it does, you got your rain suit. So we'll look over here now. As soon as I turn the camera now, it'll probably lightning again. There it goes. See, I told you as soon as I move the camera, it would lightning. Lots of t-shirt places. They took the bank sign down over here. First International Bank had the sign that told you the temperature and the weather. They renamed the bank or updated the sign. I don't know what they did, but it's all gone. All the signs are different. There's one way down there. You can see the sign change. I don't know if you can see that far or not. That one's got the temperature on the top. So we can't sit here no more and tell you what the temperature is without looking at the phones. It's cooled down now. We're probably in the high 70s, I would be guess now. If these guys just said it's going to rain, they're going to leave now. They're the ones that just went down the street. Hey, man, it's going to rain. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get back to Custer. They're going to cruise down Main Street one more time. So, here's that big white dog. Nope, that's not the same white dog. There's a younger couple that had it. Tried to eat my food the other day, but that's a different dog. Big white dog. He's probably hot. A lot of hair. A lot of hair. Yep, we're done. Not much going on.
Fender Kitten says she'll see us on Wednesday. You got to turn out. You got it right on him.
Oh.
Say hi to your wife. Oh.
Finally sat down.
So Vera J. Gandhi said, hi, everyone. They made it, and it's party time. And Vera said, oops. Oh, there it is. Just do a constant live feed. 24 hours for the whole rally.
I'll be like Mexi Philly.
Yep.
You just let we don't have a camera we can mount on our trailer. I can't. My lens needs to be cleaned.
You probably had your finger on it.
No, I switched to the other camera. I thought maybe it'd be farther away, but it's not.
Rowan says, with any luck, he'll have his singing voice up to level when he gets here. There you go.
Karaoke.
Yeah, down at the Oasis Bar, they have karaoke every night. So we can go do that. Hope you like blues and boogie. Yep. My uncle used to be there. It's 8:30
If you're coming to one of our events at the Buffalo Chip, we got something that's going to be really special. Kind of like a shiny moon that you might see that will be kind of special for some of you that would like to come. If you like to see a shiny moon, you kind of know what I got going on. That's all we can say. Shiny moon. It's going to be, it's almost full moon time. Can't see it now, clouds.
Last year,
But
that Bob and hours of daylight, live feed, make some money. I only pay attention when the sirens start going off. Yep. Gotta go. Bye. It's a.m. headed your way. All right, Crispy K, be careful, and we'll see you when you get here. Yes, night show via Mother Nature. I watched the lightning show last night. Did you watch it? The lightning show last night? It was awesome. Drive careful
It was
and watch
about
out for
9,
the deer.
9:30 last night. She went outside for something, and she goes, "Oh, it's
There's
scared
Chris.
a lawn
How
chair
you
outside." I'm like,
doing?
"What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm gonna go watch the light."
We're gonna see you before
You
we
can see it in
leave.
Rapid City. The camera's turned around now, so you're not on it anymore.
85 in Spokane. Weather coming to you tomorrow. Bob, they see the Budweiser sign. They said back in 2015 during the 75th had a tornado warnings in Hill City area. That's not
We
unusual
skipped
from
the
around here.
75th.
They said walk down to One Sexy Biker Check.
That's a long walk.
It was. Hey, Drumstick Tom's on, and he's from the UK. Drumstick Tom, if you come and bring your drums, and then Rowan from Australia can sing, we can have a little Bob and Tam band. How about that? No mooning, Bob.
No mooning. We're not doing moonies.
I hope you don't play disco music. No. And somebody said you were bad. I don't know what you said. Grizz said he was looking forward to seeing us. I'm headed that way, out looking for a good night for team. Okay, I'm heading out. So Neil's gonna leave us. Gonna get home before it gets dark, so we can get in that hot tub. He likes to sit in the hot tub.
They may not
before
let
he
him in if
goes
it's lightning.
to bed.
It's lightning over there behind us. You rode your bike too, didn't you? That's all you got.
Sounds good. All
You're like
right.
Neil. You only got bikes to ride. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
ate
ate.
earlier.
So take care. Be careful. Be safe. Be careful. And
Bye, everybody.
wait a
Turn it
minute.
that way.
Bye, everybody.
Neil
That's
wants
Neil.
to
He's
get-
got to go all the way out to Socorro Ranch, which is way
Not
out in
yet,
Piedmont. He's halfway to Rapid City.
No, he's in still at.
Oh, he
West
hasn't
Fillmore.
moved yet?
No, the first. The
Oh.
first.
So, heck, you barely get wet.
Yeah, he wants to get back. He wants to get something to eat too. So,
You want to eat any of those raspberries that she got? He didn't hear me.
good night. I'll stay safe. There you go, Glenn says. So we've been on an hour and 15 minutes. We got 189 on. Welcome to Sturgis.
The race car.
Sounds like
T-bucket.
a rut
It's a
ride.
T-bucket.
Bye, Neil. Clint said bye, Neil.
Clint said bye. Clint said bye. Clint. Trucker. He's a trucker guy. Clint. I don't know.
Clint CRM Trucking
Yep.
LLC.
We got him from Adam.
And we did.
Oh, we're going to have a video coming up. I think it's Tuesday. Adam's actually on it. We seen him. We had the idea out to eat with him at the
Oh,
Mexican place. When I came up and asked him if he was
Yeah.
working,
yeah,
you answer an email.
yeah. Oh, that's right. I heard that. And I couldn't remember who that was. You want to head out before it rains, or you want to
Don't
stay
matter.
on?
We can end it. I don't know.
All
It
right.
doesn't matter.
I love to do a jam session. There you go. Where's the tent camping, Von Acker Road, asking for a friend. Well, if you want free,
Well, there's a house out there that rents spots. I think it's $40 or $50 a day. They have tent. They give you food. I think they got some free alcohol and stuff. They've been on our channel. Highway Vixen does a lot of videos for them. They're
is
out
that the one
there.
that has a big barbecue?
Yeah, once a time. I think we talked to them on the phone.
Yeah,
And we actually did a video before she did, I think. But it doesn't matter.
free.
But,
Then you want to stay at Camp Road 5.
Well, they're out on Von Acker Road. There might be some too. We didn't bring those maps with us. If you wait till we get back to Arizona, you can ask some of these questions, and we can
If
pull
you're
the
not
map
coming
out,
this
and we
year.
can see what's in Von Acker Road. If we get back up to Rapid City, I'll go by and pick up some more maps. I don't know if I'll remember Tuesday. We're all going on a ride Tuesday. We're going to
Bucket again?
motorcycle. He had some neighbor haters probably on him. Louder than dirt. Dirt's pretty loud, right? So we're gonna go do a ride Tuesday if you're interested. We're probably gonna leave around 8 or 8:30. We're gonna go out and do Iron Mountain, Needles
Camp Five.
Highway. We've already done those rides last year, and those are the videos you're gonna see. But I haven't got to do any riding since we've been here, so we got here so late from Milwaukee. So we want to go out Tuesday. We're gonna do the ride. We may go a lot of other places. Just depends on how time goes. If we make it by lunchtime, which I doubt if we will, we'll probably eat down on Iron Mountain, down at what's that place called?
Spokane.
Yeah. It's a really neat place. Got little sandwiches and stuff. Not bad. Kind of neat to. That's the only place you can buy Iron Mountain shirts. I always get me an Iron Mountain shirt
Brother
every
says he'll
year.
Be here tomorrow, sometime tomorrow.
So if you're interested, email us. Put our email up. You have to change it because I think you got that toothpick guy. You can email us. We'll send you a phone number. You can send us a phone number, and then we'll text you and tell you for sure what time we're going to leave. I'm going to decide tomorrow kind of what my plans are going to be about when we're going to leave and all that kind of stuff.
And where we'll meet.
Yeah, and because we got people coming from different directions. Some people are in Sturgis. Some are over here at the Buffalo Chip. Some are out at kickstands. So depending on where you might be, you can let us know. And then maybe if you're on the
Maybe we
way,
can meet at that Sinclair out there. That
you know,
on the 90s.
yeah, maybe. But I mean, I don't know. I think Neil might be going with us too. So he'll meet us out there. He'll be in Sequoia by then. I think he'll already be checked in, right?
Oh, he's got to do it that day. He's got to be out by 11 and into the other place.
Unless he wants to bring all his crap over and we'll throw it in the back of the truck. And then he can go back when we get back. Let's just see what he wants to do.
Yep.
Kind of sucks when you're moving around campgrounds during the rally.
They're leaving from Spokane to Sturgis on Tuesday. There you go. Are you going live while you hide? Probably not. We might not even film. We need to just take it.
Well, I always film. I always put one on my bike, and because you never know what you might see. You know, we got to see a bear last year, and we both were sitting in the car. It was a slow road. We were in a car, but we were going to our campground in Washington State, and we went around this little corner to the campground, and here comes this bear. He was kind of in between a cub and a full-size bear, and he come galloping across the road. He kind of stopped, looked at us. We looked at him, and he was gone. And
we both went, it was a bear. And we're both looking for cameras, and we looked up, and he was gone.
Yeah. Same thing with, I did get the orca whales and the gray whales that we filmed. I never put a lot of that video up. And that's something we're going to do next year. We're going to try to put it on the schedule to do a ride on the West Coast. If you're interested, which we had about 10 the other day that said they were interested, come out. We'll meet someplace in California. And then we'll start the ride either from Santa Monica, or maybe we'll all go all the way up to Malibu and start up there and take the one all the way up. And if you guys want to go to Oregon and Washington, we'll do that. I'll set up all the hotels. We'll send you a list of all the great things you'll get to see. Because when I do a ride, it's not about getting to where we're going. It's the destination. We show you all these
journey, not the destination.
We're going to show you all these great places. And that's one of the things I love about California. No matter what you say about it, they've got some of the best riding in the state, not compared to here. You know, here within a 100-mile range, you got hundreds of rides to ride. But there, you got to travel the whole state to see it all.
Because you're probably 90% of the time you're right along the coast of the Pacific.
It's not like riding. If you've ever rode in Florida or you've rode the East Coast, nobody knows, even Texas, nobody knows. See, the difference in California is you do not own the beach. Your house could be on the beach. You don't own the beach. Malibu, not Malibu. Yeah, it was Malibu. They lost that major lawsuit. And what ended up happening is these surfers sued them. These rich people said, you can't surf on our beach. You can't do this. You can't do it. Well, they took it and sued in the court. Ended up being now like every 6 or 7 homes, they got to make a concrete path. They put fences up so they can get around their houses to make walkways to the beach. That was for them suing them. That's what ended up happening. It's like, nah, rich people. And so that's what's nice about California is, especially as you get farther north, you're on the edge of the cliffs. And it's priceless. Nice. There's one road that we'll ride from from Muir Forest, just on the other side of
the Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge. First place you can see redwoods. Then from there up to Leggett, it's about 100-mile ride. It will take us 8 hours. And that's just riding. We're only going to stop one place because there's only one town.
Oh, no, that you can not eat. Anymore.
Well, I mean, we didn't end up going that last 100 miles. We went before that. And but it's just a great ride, and if you're interested, there's Neil on his bike.
Can you see him? Yeah, there he is, right there. That's Neil.
We got him a new backrest today. Went down to J&P. Said his back was killing him.
Blue Ghost wants to know the actual days of the rally. Opening day is the 4th. The actual rally starts, I guess, the 5th.
On the 4th.
I don't know. Yeah, well, why do they consider if you get here early that you have to buy that day early?
The Buffalo Chip considers the 5th. But opening day here in Sturgis is the 4th. Buffalo Chip opening day is the 4th. I don't know why they don't. They do Saturday to Saturday. That's where if you buy your regular wristband at the Chip. We always buy the whole time. Even if we weren't going to be here. You know, you buy it at the beginning of the year. It's like $300. It's well worth the money. Well, there's taxes and fees. It takes you right around $300. But I mean, it's worth it. If you go to 2 concerts, you paid for yourself. And all the other things, like I say, they got bikini beach. They got all kinds of stuff. You're going to see some stuff on our channel. Some of it you're going to have to go to Patreon to see. There's a thing that's called Boobies Campground, but they use the T word instead. They have a big party there. My buddy Michael's going to be up
Obviously,
there.
the people behind us are going to have a big party.
But I asked them if they were going to have special women, and he said not normally. So I think it's just a bunch of dudes
and so
partying.
it ends on Sunday the 13th is when it's officially over.
Saturday, pretty much most of the vendors
Wraps it up.
start pulling out on Saturday. I did that last year, 2 years ago. I wanted to go and get shocks on my bike. It was 2 years ago. And we're like, oh crap, I didn't buy anything. Let's run up to the dealership. At 10 o'clock in the morning, all the big trucks had already pulled away. They were gone. And I'm like, they might as well just say the stupid rally ends on Friday. I see some of them are already here this weekend at Black Hills Harley. They're already here Saturday. You know, Rockford Fosgate. We might be getting something new from Rockford Fosgate. Details coming tomorrow.
So there are a few, I don't know if they're burnout contests. I think the Full Throttle has a burnout contest. They had the big skull that tumbled last year.
Still
So they're
being repaired.
fixing on that.
But at the Buffalo Chip, right up there in the crossroads section is a burnout pit.
Right in front of Fozzie's garage.
That's right. So we expect you. If you're coming, let us know, and we'll film you, and we'll make you a star.
So
And you also, if you blow, you know, this is one of the only places that I always say this. They actually sell tires there at Fozzie's
How about
garage.
that?
You know,
There's a lot
you go to
of
these,
burnout pits they don't.
you go out to Full Throttle. I don't know if they got a guy this year or not. They used to have at the old place. They always had a guy selling tires, but I don't think at the new Full Throttle they got anybody selling tires out there. They don't have anybody else like doing any work on bikes. So you blow your tire, now you got to pay for a freaking tow truck to tow you someplace up here to Main Street or not Main Street, but LaSalle, and get your freaking tire. JP or there's a couple other tire guys here, and it's like people don't think when you're doing that you want to be someplace. You know, the Iron Horse does burnouts too. What are you going to do with your bike? You blow your back tire out. Are you going to push it down the street? Good luck with that.
So LD Ward said they're here already. Alan Flory says, wife and I will come in on Tuesday on the 8th. Can't wait to ride all day and rock and roll all night. We'll have half the night. I know. We're all getting older, aren't we? We need our rest. Just so you know, I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada. How about that,
No.
Tobin?
Is there any Sasquatch up there?
There probably is.
That might be why they named the town that
That's
way.
right. Mary Pendleton
You might be the
said,
mayor.
good chance it's going to rain. Crazy time. Yeah, it's always first Friday of August. That's when it starts. So every year it changes the dates. So it's always the first Friday of August until the next following.
And what's happening with the rally is it's not the rally. It's these stupid schools. You know, when we went to school, we didn't start school till after Labor Day, and you were out by Memorial Day. Now these kids go to school a month after Memorial Day, and then they start school in the first week of August. So that's what ends up happening is most people that have kids have to go home. So it's like
That's
the
why they
monkey,
come out that
professional
first
monkey. That's a lot of times why his wife has to go home early because the kids have orientation that day. You need to find grandma or somebody to take them to school. You know, screw that. You know, mom and dad don't have to take them to school. And but that's the issues that you run into, which causes the rally now to start a week early. We've been talking to the Buffalo Chip that they ought to. We'll see how this year goes, but maybe start thinking Wednesday to Wednesday and do the party, and then maybe the last, you know, if you stay here Thursday and Friday and Saturday, you know, just have some good tribute bands and have some party stuff going on. And where's it at?
There's right now. We're in the blue dye.
It should be raining. Keep going.
There's the heavy stuff.
What's that?
9 o'clock, 8:50. I know. Yep, I seen the lightning too. That's why I looked.
Well, it was over here, over by Spearfish. Now we're more by Deadwood. Deadwood's over this way, looking this way is Deadwood. So pretty exciting. Got some lightning going on. We got right out here, and we're already at 2 hours.
Yep. Bob never went to school. He was smoking weed. Nope, never did that. Nope, never did. Never got in.
Drank some beer.
My dad was a cop, and I couldn't even come home smelling like it.
She got in trouble for having incense going down to the smoke. They didn't call it. They had it called a head shop back then. We used to have this head shop in Belleville that all of us kids would kind of go there and buy incense and stuff, and who knows what else they were selling in there. But it was behind. It was over around the corner from the Ritz Theater.
It was like in 7th, 8th grade, and I was like, oh, everybody's burning incense. I wanted to get some incense, so I came home and I had it in a paper bag.
She lived in the basement.
And so my dad found him, and he said the only reason people light incense is to cover up the smoke, the pot, the smell of pot. So my 7th grade summer, I was grounded that whole summer because I bought incense. So yeah, my dad was real strict, and
My brother did a lot of drugs. When it comes down to doing anything, drinking, drugs, anything that you do, it ends up being the people you hang around with is who influences you to do what you do. The friends that we always had were just beer drinkers, So we're 50, well, I was 15 years old, and I'm drinking beer already, and with a bunch of girls in a car. They were seniors, and me and my buddy were 15 in the back seat. They were giving us little Miller ponies and chugging on them, and those were nice because they always stayed cold. Easy drink. And
that's when everybody, they always say, like, you go to Hooters or something, they say, oh, do you want a man-sized beer? And he's like, no, this is small. Oh, you want the girl beer. But I mean, because we don't drink them that fast. So if you get the big one,
I don't want to drink a warm beer.
When you're down, you're halfway down.
Oh, it's starting to rain? Oh, he said the rain's a-coming.
A little bit? Well, we want an hour. So wrap it up.
Yep, let's go ahead and wrap it up before the rain starts pouring. If it does, we'll videotape it so you guys can see what it is. But the rain's coming. We'll give you one last shot of start putting everything else away.
All right.
Don't turn this off yet.
All right.
If I can get up. Man, these chairs do not move.
They're not easy to move.
They're very sturdy chairs. I see some drops on the ground. Let me turn the camera around here. Settings. Camera. Look, it's me.
Oh, we gotta take that.
All right, so we got a couple drops on the ground. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So there's the sky. It's clear over there. I feel drops on my head. So it's a-coming. It's a-coming. It's a-coming. So there it is. A few people on the road here. A few more drippy drops are coming. So there's what's over us. Wind is blowing this way. You can see the things. Oh, there's some lightning over there. Let's see if we can catch the lightning again. It's over towards the Deadwood area. Probably if it was over in Deadwood, it'd probably be raining really hard. Smell the rain. So, Cam's still on. I don't know if I can't see the last comment she had. Yep. You're live.
You follow me around?
Yes, we're following you. We want to make sure you're not wanted.
I got some storms coming.
That's right. They're coming. All righty. Stay dry. Everybody's starting to scramble. Once they start feeling a couple of those drops, they figure it's game time. Let's hit the road, and everybody's revving the bikes up and getting out of town. Look at them go. No fun riding when you ain't got your rain gear. Remember, always pack your rain gear, and it will not rain. We didn't bring the bike. We brought the truck because we were going to get a banner. They will stop and pick it up. We know where they're staying at. Since we got the truck. Instead of jamming a big old banner in the back of my truck. So. Clouds really ain't moving. Probably start pouring any minute. Let me go back here, look and see if there's any comments. And we'll wrap it up. Find splash so I can see. Band's kicking up. Starting to hear the band. And so let's see what we got going on here. Last comment was a Facebook user. Where was that at? There we go. Be safe? Nope. There we go. You are doing the creators meet up on Friday. We got a wedding going on Friday. If you're going to be in the chip, we may be up there, but we're doing a wedding on Friday night at the chip. So not sure how much we'll be there. Grab on a cracker. Good night. Be safe. Getting the point. Never ask about weed. Yep. AJ 37. Are you asking about the 37 exit? Right now, it's not completely open yet, but it will be. The exit is open. It's just the second lane is not open. The eastbound lane is not open. It should, no doubt, be open by the time the rally starts. I'm suspecting in the next day or so. We'll go by tomorrow and we'll check it out and see what's going on, if it's any other updates. Two Wheeling and Tom, enjoy spending this time with y'all. Pating, there you go. Bob's on. Dude, you need some fake tattoos. It's windy in Spokane, and it's one day from you. Yep. So, yeah, storms are going to come and go. And well, it's been really windy out here the whole time we've been here.
Well, what did he say? If it doesn't rain at a rally, it's not a rally.
That's right. So with that, we're going to leave you. Go ahead and say your bit.
So thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks for all your support about Charlie and everything. We appreciate all of you. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. Have a safe ride out here if you're coming out, and we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. Wind Road Therapy's on. Hey, we're shutting down. Leaving Pittsburgh on Tuesday. We'll call you when we get there. Sounds good, Cliff. And
Everybody-
yes, we were married before we were born.
Yeah, pretty much. He says it's a prearranged marriage. We were together since we were 5.
Yeah.
There's Karen. Bye-bye, Karen.
Bye. Clint, bye everyone. Clint's heading out too. We'll see you all in the next live. And we got videos coming out tomorrow and on Tuesday. Tomorrow's video, I forget what tomorrow's video. Oh, it's Needles Highway. And then Tuesday is a video we got with just a whole bunch of highlights from the Buffalo Chip, from Full Throttle Saloon, Pappy Hoyle, Glencoe. We can drive through Glencoe, show you all the actions going on over there. Bob says, Pating to the Nation, thanks with love. And back in Sturgis at the kickstands.
Oh, there's Live Neighbor. He's on. Isn't that him? 33? No, that says 22.
Yeah.
I can't see. I don't have my, oh, here. Let me put my glasses on. They're on my head. Back in Sturgis at kickstands. Okay. Howlable.
So
Okay.
we'll see you all later. And look for our lives coming up. There's Tomcat.
Hey.
Did he just come on too?
I think so. Hi and bye, Tomcat.
There you go.
Take care, everybody. Be safe coming out.